All right, we are here at the Glendale Coin Club live meeting for November 2020, and I'm sure it's going to pop up on my screen here in just a second. I'm going to have to hurry up and hit mute on my, whenever the ads pop up, right about there. Perfect. And then I can skip that ad in a minute. Sorry for everybody that has to watch all these ads, but remember, any revenue we earn from this does go benefit our coin club, so we do appreciate that. 27 people already in the chat. Thanks, guys, for coming to our meeting of the Coin Club. So November 13th, 2020. Got a lot of people here so far, but Don, I think what we got to do is start out our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. What do you think?
Pledge of Allegiance, absolutely.
Probably how we should do that. Let me get the flag here. And all you guys watching at home, even Alfred in Canada, you can take part if you want. I know you're in Canada, but that's up to you. But everybody else, ready for the pledge, you can stand, do the flag salute. And Don, let's go. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
I pledge allegiance
to the
flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you guys for that. And again, this is the Glendale Coin Club. I see a lot of people in here. I can't really go through and say hello to everybody, but I do see you here. Thank you. You guys all say hello to each other and everything. That's all fun. And again, just a quick background about our club. If this is the first time you're joining us here on YouTube, we are the Glendale Coin Club, Southern California Glendale. I know there's a bunch of Glendales all over the rest of the country whenever you search Glendale Coin Club, but we are Southern California. Our club was founded in March of 1959. We always meet on the second Friday of the month. That's what we're doing right now. And we've always been known as the Friendly Club. I don't know who came up with that or how long ago, but that's what I've always been told. I've been the president for several years. We got my friend Don Berry on here. He's our club secretary. He's been the club secretary for a few years now. He also goes as SoCal Box Breaks there in the YouTube, and he's got a YouTube channel as well that many of you are familiar with. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. I really wish we could be back to meeting at our library meeting rooms, but as you guys know, that is not going to be happening anytime soon. Certainly not in Los Angeles County. I know we all hear things are opening up in different parts of the country at different levels and then closing back up again. But as far as I've been told, don't expect it in the next few months. That's the status that we are at right now. Hey, there's Nick Ruley and Steve. I know you guys. Dennis Berry is in here as well. Just trying to say hello to people as I kind of see them out the corner of my eye. But yeah, luckily we're able to meet here at least on YouTube. It's not the ideal situation, but we get to at least meet in some form, and we get to get a whole bunch of new friends that could never meet us in our meeting room in Southern California. So pros and cons, I guess, but we're going to just do the best we can. This right now is our 8th meeting, I think, that we've done since this China virus put a stop to all of our normal meetings. So remember, if you've missed any of the last 7 meetings, they're still available on YouTube. You can watch those at any time. Just got to look at the channel or just go to YouTube and search Glendale Coin Club, and you can see them all right there. Watch them back. You can even watch back the live chat that people took part in. We've had some great presentations, great speakers, lots of positive feedback about each of them. And if you missed all of them or any of them, I do encourage you to go back and check them out for sure. One more reminder, I just want to remind you guys that we do earn a little bit of advertising revenue during the live streams from YouTube. Some people also might send donations in through YouTube. Any of that money that we get on the account here does go back to the club, and it does help fund some of our giveaway prizes. Also helps cover the cost of the program we're using to put on this show for you all. So we do appreciate that, and thank you all in advance for that. And speaking of giveaway prizes, we do have some giveaway prizes tonight. Don Berry, SoCal Box Breaks, again in the chat. He has been filling out raffle tickets for each of you as he sees you entered. There's Denise Ballard, member since July 1984. Hope you're doing well, Denise. Clarence is here. Luke's here. All kinds of people there. James, how you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, if you have not yet typed in chat yet and you want to be in for the free giveaway tonight, make sure you type in chat and make sure that Don knows you're here. Look at Alfred R. sending us a Canadian $1.49 Black Cat sticker. Thank you for that, Alfred. That's real generous of you to do that. Nate Butler's here too. So is Jack 5. Lots of club members here that usually come to our regular meetings. That's awesome. So what we do is we have some free giveaway prizes. A couple of them have been donated, so that's pretty fun too. And some of the stuff in our auction that we'll do a live auction after our show and tell, and some of those items have been donated. We'll point those out too. First giveaway prize tonight, we'll do the giveaways right after we do our show and tell, I believe, is a pair of $1 Federal Reserve notes from 2017. They're crisp, uncirculated, and they got fun serial numbers. They start with 4 8s, each of them, and they're consecutive. So a lot of people like to collect those. They call them lucky notes, especially like I think in some of the Asian cultures, the 8s are really, really lucky. So, so these were donated by Kevin Speaks here on YouTube. He sent those in for us to use as we saw fit, and we're doing that. Another prize tonight that's a free giveaway is a 1959 Denver Washington quarter, silver. We also have a 1964 Swiss 2 francs, silver. Nice, brilliant, uncirculated condition. Look at that. Just amazing. Like brand new. There is, what year is this? I can't remember. Let me take a look. 2014, Australia, War in the Pacific, 1941 through 1945, Battle of the Coral Sea, half-ounce silver. And it's got a battleship with the Australian flag and the U.S. flag in the background. That'll be a giveaway prize tonight. We got one of our 2019 Glendale Coin Club medals that was done by Daniel Carr of the Moonlight Mint for us. This is a copper version. It's got the 1925 California $50 bear design on the one side. And on this side, it's a Pacific Railway medal design. It's the HK-12 medal from 1869 when they completed the Transcontinental Railroad. And we use that design because last year was the 150th anniversary of that. So instead of saying Pacific Railway at the bottom like the real medal does, it just says Glendale Coin Club, 1959-2019. So it's our 60th anniversary club medal he did for us. And then another free giveaway prize tonight is a 2020 Silver Eagle. Brand new, fresh out of a roll. And I do want to thank Gordon O'Rourke, one of our club members. Earlier in the year, he sold the club a full roll of 2020 Silver Eagles at quite a significant discount to help out the club. So that is cool. Jack Gilbert, I just saw you ask in chat, can non-members bid on the auction and pay by PayPal? Absolutely. Anyone here can participate. Anyone can participate in the free giveaways that's here. All you got to do, and you've just done it by typing, Don Barry will be filling out a ticket for you, so you'll be eligible to win any of these prizes tonight. Also, for our auction, you'll see the list of the auction items in the description below. Towards the end of the meeting, we'll just start selling them. Everything will start at $1. All of the items are owned by our coin club, so the coin club will receive all the proceeds. And you don't have to register. You don't have to do anything in advance. It's kind of an honor system, so don't be bidding on everything if you really don't plan on bidding. But what you'll do is you'll just bid. High bidder gets it, and then all you'll have to do is send me an email, and then I'll send an invoice by PayPal. You can pay for the items, and then I'll get them out in the mail, and we'll add shipping of $5 per. So whether you win one item or if you win, I think there's 15 items tonight. If you win all 15 of the items, then it'll still just be $5 shipping. So. Some people will pay a little bit too much for shipping. Some people will get a little less, but it's just easier to tell everybody we're adding $5 shipping to the invoices. And that seemed to work out so far. So if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and let us know. I got to go ahead and make sure this is going here. It's probably not real quick. And sorry about that. What is next, Don? So everybody's getting their raffle tickets in and other announcements. Let's see, other announcements. Most of you guys know that all the club meetings and shows in our state have been canceled. And I don't know of anything else really being held in Southern California for the rest of this month or even for the rest of the year. I know there's already been stuff canceled into the beginning of 2021, unfortunately. I know some of the local shows, like the smaller club shows in January and February, already been officially canceled. But I know there's a show in Las Vegas this weekend, and I'll show you the information on that. November 20th through the 22nd. That is, I just got this in the mail, actually. It is in at the Palace Station. And I know one of our club members, Richard Murachanian, he's planning on having a table at that show. So if that's something that's of interest to you and you want to do that, I know there's still all the social distancing requirements, and you probably got to wear masks, and I'm sure everybody has to stay certain number of feet apart. I don't know all the rules. I'm sure that they might have that on their website there. It says here, limits raised, more people are allowed, because I know there was I think they only let like a certain number of people in last time, but apparently they're letting more people in now. So anyway, there's the information on that. That's the only show of I know anywhere around us. Nate got a V75 silver Eagle. Nice. Yeah, the Mint website, that was fun trying to order those, that's for sure. ANA says they're having the National Money Show in March in Phoenix. Well, hopefully they're able to do that, David Schwager. I know that so far we've already had, Long Beach in September was canceled. Buena Park, our club show, both of those were scheduled for October. Those were canceled. We got dates for the next Verdugo Hill show, March 28th, 2021. We'll see if we're able to do that. I guess it's pretty much up to the County of Los Angeles. I know that the 2021 Long Beach date, February 4th through 6th, if you go to their website, it says it's still going on. I've heard from other dealers that there's no chance, and they've already been told that it's not happening. I have a table at that show. I pay for a table. I've already paid for it. I haven't been told that it's officially canceled, but I guess I'm not one of those dealers that gets the inside information like some of the others, or unless they're just full of it and they're just spreading rumors. We don't know, but I wouldn't count on that one happening, unfortunately. February, Long Beach. The next one after that will be June 17th through 19th, 2021. That'll be the next Long Beach show after that. So speaking of the ANA show that Nate and them are talking about that might be happening in Phoenix, definitely encourage all of you guys to be members of the ANA. It is our National Coin Club. And I think Nightbot just reminded us that. Gringo just put it in there. It is our National Coin Club. I know some members out there disagree with stuff the ANA's done in the past and they do currently, or they have grudges of something they did 25 years ago. That's just silly. It's our National Coin Club. It's the one we got. They put out a great magazine. They put out lots of information. They do a lot of stuff to support clubs. They put on great shows. It's one of the few places that you can have a nationwide exhibit competition, and you should be supporting a club. And if you don't like what they're doing, then you should do something to help them change it. I remember it's just the people that run it are temporary. I hear it from collectors all the time. Oh, I don't do the ANA because of this. That's just crazy. You should be a member of the ANA. In Southern California, you should join Numismatic Association of Southern California. Both me and Don are involved in that. They put out the award-winning California Numismatist publication, put out tons of good information about local shows and local coin club meetings when we're allowed to do those. And funds from that do support local coin clubs in Southern California as well. So I encourage you guys all to be a part of that. Real quick, just a couple more things. Even though, shows and meetings are still canceled, just remember there's a lot of stuff you can still do coin related from your home. There's all kinds of stuff online, lots of cool meetings, including ours, of course. And not only that, you can go back and watch the last 7 meetings that we've had before. They're still recorded up there. Other clubs have been meeting on Zoom meetings. I know Nate Butler's in here. He does a club meeting through Zoom. Club meetings that I know that have been doing that: Ancient Coin Club of LA, Greater Orange County, Covina. I think, was it Hemet or Heartland? I think they recently had a meeting. Anyway, most of the Zoom meetings are invite only, but if you're ever interested in attending any of those, again, through Zoom from home, send me an email and I'll try to get you in touch with the people. And I would just want to thank Dennis. He sends out a lot of the good information on the meetings and keeps us all in touch with those and spreads information about ours as well. Again, there's also people from clubs all over the country holding meetings too that I don't hear about. If you guys know of any of those and you want to share them with us all here, please do so. And, maybe we'll get some more people at your local meetings, whether they're, in the next state over or all the way on the other side of the country. Right there, Nate Butler's Greater Orange County Coin Club. If you want to get in on his newsletter, he just put his email right there, creativenate@gmail.com, and he'll get you on the list. They do their meeting. I believe I want to say it's the second Wednesday of every month. Correct us if we're wrong, Nate. But anyway, it's once a month, and they put on a good meeting there too. Metals prices are down a bit since our last meeting. Still in the same ballpark. Gold's right around $1,900 an ounce. Silver's still around $25 an ounce. But remember, if you go out and try to buy it, expect to pay a little bit more for the real stuff, especially if you're buying like small pieces of gold. It's selling like hotcakes everywhere, and the retailers say they can't keep it in stock, so you gotta pay up to get it. It seems like. And I guess with that said, Don, do you have any other announcements, or does anybody here in the chat have any other announcements before we get on to our guest speaker and our program? Anyone?
I do not know.
No announcements, huh? Jack Gilbert says Dallas, Fort Worth area, Northeast Tarrant Coin Club. Well, Jack, if you know that they have some meetings that people are welcome to join online, you can go ahead and send us the information, and we can kind of spread the word. We can do our best to, if they're interested in more people joining that. I mean, absolutely. Let's see, what else do we got there? Oh yeah, people have been talking in the chat. I see about the Mint selling couple hot releases. They sold what was it, back on the 9th, I believe, earlier this week. They sold the V75 Silver Eagles and Gold Eagles, and the Mint website got all slowed down and messed up, and some people got orders, some people didn't. Lots of dealers paying lots of money for those coins. And then I think on, was it Wednesday or a couple days after that, they sold some World War II commemorative medals, and the same thing. Mint website gets all slowed down and they sell out instantly. And so there's a lot of people frustrated with the Mint ordering process, I know. And then there's another coin going on sale. I think it's early next week. It's the 400th anniversary of the Mayflower and the Pilgrim. So it'd be a 1620 to 2020. It's not a silver coin. They do a silver medal because they didn't get congressional approval to make a coin. But there's going to have a gold coin with it as well, because the Mint already has prior authority to do gold coins, apparently. Okay. So there's a 2-coin set, and they've also teamed up with the Royal Mint in Great Britain. So it's a Great Britain / US set that's going to go on sale. So you guys should check that out if it's something that interests you. But again, if you're trying to order from the Mint website, expect it not to be easy, unfortunately. So I imagine the problem is they're making things with way too low of mintages, and the demand is higher, and that's what happens. The Mint's playing games with collectors and not making collectors happy, but it makes a lot of the dealers and grading companies happy. So that's what we have to deal with. Anyway, would like a V75 Eagle, but not for $2,000. Yeah, I don't know what they're going for, Dennis, anymore. I know some people got them and sold them right away for. Everybody's making profit that got them, though, except for the Mint. The Mint sold them all for what, $83 a piece, and whatever. So, all right, finally got a Mint website 2.5 hours after. That's not good. That's not good. All right, Nate Hunt's Heat gives you advice. Make the account. Yeah, if you're trying to get any of this stuff from Mint, make your account ahead of time. Put your payment information in there ahead of time, not 10 minutes before they go on sale, but do it the day before, a couple days before. So that's already in there and ready to go. That does help out for sure. All right, I think it is now time to add our guest speaker here. We're going to be having a program. We're going to bring Rod up right now. Hello, Rod. How are you?
I'm very good, Mike. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
All right. Rod Frechette is going to be doing a program tonight on the coins of the Black Death. And, of course, Walt Ostromecki, we want to thank him. I did see him in the chat. He helped us arrange this program. And, of course, we're going to thank Rod in advance for presenting to our club. But Walt thought it would be a very appropriate subject for our meeting today, Friday the 13th. And, of course, that we're in the middle of a global pandemic. So might be cool to see some stuff from one of the most famous global pandemics, the Black Death. Rod, do you have any other, you want to introduce yourself or tell us any of the stuff? I know you sent me a bio with a lot of your information, but maybe you just want to go ahead and introduce yourself before we get started.
Well, I have been playing with coins since I was 7. My grandfather put a shield nickel in my hand, and that started the fire. So here I am at 39. So anyhow, I too would like to thank the club for letting me do this, and for Walt for making the link. And I hope this is enjoyable. It should almost be the Black Death and its coins.
Okay.
It's an automatic program I set up, so it'll be hard for me to do any audio, and as far as chatting with question and answer. So if we could hold off on that till after the thing runs. It's approximately a 35-minute show.
No problem, Rod. We'll go ahead and get your program started. And so everybody, sit back, enjoy the program. Rod put it together for us, and I'm sure it's going to be good. Walt had good things to say about it as well. And then if you have any questions, please try to hold them till the end, and then we'll bring Rod back up for some question and answer time if you guys have any questions on it. So, does it sound good? We'll go ahead and bring up the presentation, and whenever you're ready, Rod. And Rod, I don't have audio on it right now, just to let you know. And if we need to like remove it and re-add you, we can do that.
Try it again.
Everybody will be patient. There we go. Thank you.
Stranger, stop and ponder as you pass by. As you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you will be. So prepare for death and follow me.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, and you'll fall down.
Think you know what this children's nonsense is all about? Odds are you like me are wrong. It's not about the rosy ring around the bubo on the Black Death victim. It's not about holding flowers to ward off the stench of death, or us turning to ashes, or achoo, achoo instead of ashes. It's not even about death. The first English print version from the 1850s is much different and derives from a German 1796 version based on pagan folklore where kids exhale flowers and are fairies. So lend me a little of your time if you're willing to see what other misconceptions I've been disabused of. So I humbly submit my feeble labors to you, who shall probably find it unworthy of your contemplation. For this insufficient, crudely cobbled bit of erudition, I offer my deepest apologies.
A blessing from the Lord. God be praised.
I bring you what medieval folks called the Great Mortality or Great Pestilence. We call it the Second Bubonic Plague or Black Death, covering the time frame of 1320 to 50. Did I just say the Second Bubonic Plague? This is not the first bubonic plague? Nope, it's not. The plague of Justinian is the numero uno, first time biggest, baddest plague of all human history. It happened in 541 through 549 and killed between 25 and 100 million people. Up to half of Europe's population perished. It contributed to the decline of the Byzantine, although they thought of themselves as Roman Empire, by severely weakening it. 125 years later, Islam swept through faster than a California forest fire. The plague, Bacillus Yersinia pestis, a bacteria, not a virus like corona, infected marmots and other animals. Fleas sucked an infected animal's blood, causing the flea to have an inability to digest. The flea would starve while feeding. It would infect the new host, regurgitating while it drank blood. The fleas spread to and by rats and other mammals to humans.
Our bass player, the Duke of Spooks, the Doc of Shock, the man with no tan. Please say hello to Death himself, the Grim Reaper! You might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper.
There were 3 types of plague transmission, symptoms, and mortality rates which killed people. First, there was a 75+% mortality rate for bubonic plague by flea bites, causing death within 5 to 8 days. Bubonic plague attacks lymph nodes, causing swelling and agony. Flea bites below the waist cause buboes in 1 to 2 days on lymph glands near the groin, whereas chest and higher bites form buboes around the underarms and neck. Second, there was a 90+% mortality rate for pneumonic plague spread by infected victims by coughing and to the new victim who inhaled the droplets. They died within 2 to 4 days and were often those who cared for the dying and spread it to others. This form accounted for the majority of Black deaths. Just think if they could wear a mask but knew enough science to not reject it, like today's Mask of the Red Death COVID folks. The third type has a 99+% mortality rate for septemic plague, blood infection, causing death within hours. They figured out it was best to burn the clothing of the dead. However, as pointed out, not everyone infected lost to death.
B3.
Miss. C6.
Hit. Hit. No. J7.
Hit. I hit. You have sunk my battleship.
Excellent! Yeah!
The plague afflicted people in a similar manner to coronavirus by devastating the poor, the elderly, and the infirm harder than the young and healthy. Europe's population had doubled in the 400 years between 900 to 1300, assisted by better weather and farming techniques. So they went from about 40 million to about 90 million people. However, the weather changed with droughts and floods causing crop loss, animal disease, and famine. Also, urbanization, poverty, wars, anarchy, economics, high taxes, and debasement of coinage caused health to worsen. Physical and mental stress, along with hunger, disease, filth, and poverty, weakened folks' immune systems, making for large-scale misery and death. Phew, did it ever stink. Estimates range from 75 to 200 million people died in Eurasia and North Africa, or 30 to 60% of Europe's population. However, not everyone lost to death.
I believe Colonel Mustard did it in the study with the candlestick.
Sorry, Jeff, you lose. It was Professor Plum.
I said Plum.
No way, you said Mustard.
What did they think caused it? The 4 major theories were: first, the best minds at universities, especially in Paris, put it down to the astrological signs and arrangement of planets. Second, the religious knew it was God's merciful punishment for sinful humanity. Third, it was from the earthquakes in the east that opened vast underground caverns, letting out the stench and putrefaction borne on ill winds, what they called the miasma. And lastly, it was known that Jews and foreigners poisoned wells and streams, which they admitted to under enhanced interrogation techniques. The medieval mind, unlike some of our 21st century minds, called it torture. None of this ignorant, superstitious, unscientific nonsense saved lives. However, some beat death.
Best of 7? Damn right.
Doctors were mostly clueless quacks and charlatans who often died by exposure to pneumatic plague. Jean Froissart's Chronicle of 1380 says, quote, doctors need 3 qualifications: to be able to lie and not get caught, to pretend to be honest, and to cause death without guilt. Fingers and toes often turn black, even if you manage to beat death.
Right foot green. Oh, dude.
Pope Clement VI chief physician Guy de Chiliac wrote a book called the Chirurgia Magna in 1363. In it, he correctly distinguished between bubonic and pneumonic plague based on his own observations and after surviving it himself. 170 years later, French Dr. Charles Delorme developed this early PPP in 1619. The beak held a potpourri of herbs and flowers to ward off the evil smells that caused the sickness, with the clothing and eyewear keeping body fluids and fleas off. Some of the cures and treatments, the ancients Aristotle, Hippocrates, and Galen, put illness down to bad humors. Therefore, bloodletting was used to let out hot blood, or you could blow your nose or spit to get rid of cold phlegm. Eating mustard, mint, applesauce, or horseradish balanced hot, dry, and cold in the diet. You could also use rubbing ointments with onions, herbs, ground precious stones, feces, and urine, or chopped up snake, or chopped up pigeon, were just a few. You could drink vinegar, crushed minerals, arsenic, mercury, or worse. It was thought prayer, pilgrimage, the flagellants, Jew burning would help a little. And Muslims better not express anything but it is Allah's will, or they would be killed. It was thought bursting the buboes and using red hot pokers would help. Or sitting near hot fires like the Pope did when Guy de Chiliac advised him. Some ran away to the countryside to self-isolate. Milan, Italy boarded up houses full of people to die. In Germany, a few places kept strangers and travelers out. Or, like in Venice, they had a quarantine, which is where it developed, 40 days sitting in your ship before entry. Lastly, a lot of people just thought, party on. Drinking, debauchery, and licentiousness reigned. Maps like this make it clear trade routes, especially the Silk Road, were the major conduits of plague. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be about coins. The 2 methods for minting coins, the Chinese caste system for making their, quote, cash, went from roughly 600 BCE to 1900 CE, and the European/Middle Eastern North African method, which was developed again around 700 BCE through roughly more or less 1700 Common Era. The Mongol Yuan dynasty was established by Kublai Khan in 1279 and lasted until the Ming dynasty in 1368. In addition to our 4 plague emperors shown here, there are about a dozen brief usurpers and unlucky rulers also scattered throughout the dynasty. It's thought that these copper and bronze coins were cast and stacked on a rod for filing off the rough edges. This dynasty is also thought to be the first one to bring us the use of paper money. Amongst the dozens of early Christian cults, the Nestorian Christians were one of the few that survived the purges of the Greek Orthodox and later Roman Catholic churches. They survive to this day. Lake Issyk-Kul, where the storm clouds of disease gathered before breaking for the west, and where some of the first written accounts of plague deaths survive. Please note the trade routes, and in particular the sea routes, which spread it across the Indian Ocean. Here's Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq, ruler of Delhi. He's shown ordering his brass coins to pass for silver. You can guess how well that went. Plague, Black Death deniers of the 20th century gained ground in the 1980s through first decade of the 2000s. They argued there was little evidence of plague in India and other places, and that it was different, the wrong type of climate. Modern genetics of the plague in dead people shows them to be wrong, as does the outbreak in 1896 through early 1900. This is what eventually made it to San Francisco and then to the Southwest, where it still exists to this day in New Mexico. Check out the trade routes on this map, not just the overland stuff, but the stuff all over the Indian Ocean. This is how the plague spread. The Mongol Golden Horde under Muhammad Uzbek helped spread the disease between 1312 and 1341 is when he ruled. This is a silver saré in very fine grade. His successor, Jani Beg, aka Jalal al-Din Mahmud, ruled 1341 through 1357, and he brought it to the Genoese at Kaffa in the Crimea. Jani Beg, in his siege of Genoese Kaffa, may have catapulted dead plague soldiers into the city in 1346. This, according to Gabriele de Musi, an Italian notary from north of Genoa, who was not there and wrote this in 1348 or 49. Anyhow, the plague reached into the besieged city. This caused the flight of the plague ships to Constantinople for the winter, and where they rained death upon the population. I really like maps, especially this detailed one. You can see how it spread south overland into today's Iraq and Persia, and by sea to the Levant, Egypt, Arabia, and the Mediterranean. Here are 3 coins of the Muslim Middle East that were in the plague's path. We see Ottoman Anatolia, today's Turkey, under Orhan Gazi, also known as Bey Gazi, with his silver Exi. Also, we see Mubriz al-Din Muhammad's Persian coin and the Jazira Sutiyids of Iraq and Syria under Ibrahim Shah. This is a 2 dirham. The gateway to Europe and the Mediterranean was Constantinople, Old Byzantium, or today's Istanbul. Emperor of Constantinople and head of the Greek Orthodox Church, John V, is shown with his son, John VI, who died of the plague, on this nice silver basilicon from 1347 to 53, showing Christ on the obverse and them on the reverse. Here's the coin of Genoa. They were the chief purveyors of the plague throughout the Mediterranean. Usually a republic, Giovanni I de Murta ruled briefly from 1344 to 1350. Lastly shown is Andrea Dandola, Doge of Venice, with the famous Silver Grosso, showing Christ on the obverse, and the Doge with the patron saint of Venice, Saint Mark, on the reverse. These are the coins of the Eastern Mediterranean, where Armageddon hammered down as the dying clutched their coins. Constantine III, also known as Constantine, ruled Armenia 1344 to 63. Also shown, Hugh Lusignan, whose coin of Cyprus is shown here. He ruled 1324 to 59. His ancestor bought it from Richard the Lionheart. Next is Robert d'Anjou and Taranto, with his coin of Achaia, known as Frankish Greece, 1333 to 64. We next see Philip de Temme. He was prior of the Order of St. John's of Rhodes and Malta, 1335 to 53. These were the Hospitallers of Jerusalem. Lastly, we see An-Nasir Hassan. His coin of 1347 to 61, where he was the ruler of the Mamluks in Egypt. Death first touches Europe proper in Sicily. Ludovico d'Aragon was ruler of much of Sicily in 1342 through 55. Here are some dinero and a silver pia real. You can almost feel the arrival of plague ships in Messina, October 1347, with this woodcut. The ships were driven away too late to save them. The merchants continued to trade death along the ports of the Western Mediterranean. The Republic of Florence was just one of hundreds of Italian towns and cities attacked by the plague. The death count overwhelmed most of them. This is a small slice of a plague pit. Italian writer Boccaccio said that they were stacked and layered the way you make a lasagna. Consecrated cemeteries overflowed so fast that it was difficult to consecrate new ones fast enough. Enough of death for now. Let's take a moment to look at beauty, the beauty of one of Boccaccio's patrons.
Giovanna of Naples, considered the beauty of her time, was born about 1326. Her great-grandmother, 5 times over, was Eleanor of Aquitaine, and her immediate grandfather, who raised her as she was orphaned, was Robert d'Anjou, aka Robert the Wise. Well educated, she ran the country starting in 1343. She was married to her 7-year-old Hungarian cousin at age 6, but she in Naples despised him, and the consummation of the marriage waited a decade. It produced a son who died a few years later. She was accused of her husband's murder and became the defendant in the trial of the century, acquitted by the Pope himself in Avignon, and incurring the enduring wrath of her Hungarian former in-laws, who eventually murdered her on their second invasion in 1382. She had 3 other husbands, and her full story deserves its own half-hour presentation.
Being devout Christians, Europe turned to the comfort of God for understanding, protection, and solace. Formerly Pierre Roger. He was the 4th French Pope in Avignon. He granted remission of sins to plague death victims since the clergy died at a higher rate than they could keep up with, and there were not enough to administer last rites. He attempted to stop Jew pogroms in the flagellant movement by issuing papal bulls, kind of like Trump's executive orders. Sad, very sad. He consecrated the Rhone River for corpses because they could not bury them fast enough, nor was there enough consecrated land. He acquitted Joan of Naples, quietly buying Avignon from her for 80,000 crowns, 1/5 its worth. Note, I didn't say quid pro quo. He began indulgences, the old pay to play, which led to Martin Luther and his 95 Theses in 1517. He was a very worldly portly man. His reputation at the time was as a fine gentleman, a prince munificent to profusion, a patron of the arts and learning, but no saint. These are the rulers and their coins from the Iberian Peninsula. Alfonso IV of Portugal ruled 1325 through 57. Alfonso XI of Castile and Leon ruled 1312 through 1350. And Pedro III of Barcelona and Aragon, he ruled 1336 through 87. Plague spread by ships throughout the Mediterranean in 1347 and 48. This picture is in Spain. Note the rats and the horror. The pitiless angel of death harkens back over 2 millennia to Homer's Iliad, where Apollo afflicts the Greeks before Troy with his plague arrows. The great mortality interrupted many conflicts in Europe, in particular, the newest war over hundreds of years of conflict between France and England. Although there were several famous battles, primarily they used guerrilla tactics for campaigns of attrition. There were times when England had more land than the French, which led to some confusion. Note the battles of Crécy before the plague hit and the Battle of Poitiers after it was over. Vast lands, a large population, and much wealth. There are also many regions still minting their own coinage. Here are some of the coins of Philip VI de Valois, King of France, although he was only a paternal cousin of the prior king, Charles IV. We see the double paresis, gros à la fleur de lis, gros à la queue, gros à la couronne with the crown, gros tournois. Edward III of England had a stronger claim to the French throne than Philip, since he was a son of a French princess. This shows the bottom row of England's coins, the halfpenny, the penny, the 2 pence, known as a half groat, and the 4 pence, known as a groat. Up until the decimal conversion of 1972, the English used the French D for denier as an abbreviation for pence. We also see Ireland's halfpenny and full penny with a triangle enclosing the king's bust going back to John in the 1180s. The English controlled Gascony and much of Aquitaine in France since those times as well. Here is a denier. The long cold winters of Scotland did not spare them altogether from the ravages of the Black Death. Here's David II of Scotland with his long reign from 1329 through 71, with his penny, half groat, and groat. These countries often changed allegiances over the 100-year conflict. Interestingly, some small regions within them suffered less plague than most of Europe. Here we have Eudes IV of Burgundy's silver demi-gros. Also, Jean III of Brabant, his silver esterlin, and Louis de Mailly II of Flanders. The nobility was mostly aloof from the sufferings of the serfs and peasants. Nobility and wealth were no protection from the plague. However, they died in smaller percentages than the serfs and the poor. They were in better health with better diets, living conditions, and hygiene than the masses. King Edward III's beloved 15-year-old daughter, Joan, died of the plague in France on her way to marry Pedro, Prince of Castile. Thousands of flagellants in 1349 would stage mass processions throughout the country, whipping themselves and each other bloody and casting themselves on the ground. They would sing, chant, and pray in a very ritualistic performance. Exceedingly strict rules gave way, though, to rock star-like status with groupies and promiscuity. They fueled the frenzy of Jew burning as they went. The Pope issued an edict to stop them because they were undermining the church authority and hierarchy with this self-help. Here we see a flagellant procession entertaining the crowds. They would be hosted by the community, sometimes depleting the food supply and then having to be driven away after weeks of hanging out. This, like prayer and other superstitious religious practices, proved useless against the plague. Combined with the higher mortality rate of deacons, priests, bishops, and other clergy, it led to the beginnings of doubt in the church and undermined its authority, eventually leading to the Reformation. The cities of the Holy Roman Empire in and near Germany were invaded by the plague in a pincer movement from the south and the west. Here are the coins of Augsburg, Bavaria, Brandenburg, and the famous right hand of God Heller of Hall, Lubeck, and Lumberg with the lion. Augsburg, Lubeck, and Lumberg are pronounced Brechettes. These refer to the uniface coins that were leaf thin. Here are a few more German coins. These are from Munster's bishop, Oberpfalz's ruler, Sachsen-Meisen's ruler, and Speer's ruler. Jews were the favorite target, but not the only one. For the masses of much of France, Switzerland, and Germany, they were usually accused of poisoning the local well and being involved in an international conspiracy. Unfortunately, they would torture confessions out of one or more innocent souls that would implicate vast amounts of people. The Pope, many bishops, and some clergy unsuccessfully tried to stop this. These three coins of Casimir III, known as the Great of Poland, 1333 to 70, and his queen Esther, are a couple of silver deniers and a couronne, i.e. crown. Christians could not loan money for interest. Therefore, Jews were the money lenders. If you burned your creditors, you canceled your debts. 20,000 were burned in Strasbourg alone. Many escaped to Poland, where because of his beautiful Queen Esther, a Jewess, King Casimir III welcomed them. This is why Poland had a large Jewish population at the beginning of World War II. The Balkans to Bohemia suffered as well. On the left are coins of Bosnia, Bulgaria, and Serbia. They all feature Christ on the obverse and the ruler on the reverse. How about this picture of the Sedlik Ossuary, the Bone Chapel in Kutna Hora, Czech Republic, with 40 to 80,000 skeletons? The coins on the right are of Austria, Ludwig I of Hungary, Joanna of Naples, Bane, and Carlos IV, Holy Roman Emperor of Austria, aka King Wenceslaus of Bohemia. Similar in name, but not the saint of Christmas song fame. Scandinavia was not spared the ravages of the Black Death. Here's Magnus II Eriksson, King of Sweden and Norway from 1319 to 77. Also, we see a coin of Valdemar IV of Denmark, 1340 to 75. And last, Vinrik von Niprod. He was the Teutonic Master, 1351 to 1382. I just have to plug a classic film here, a favorite, the 1956 Swedish film by Ingmar Bergman with Max von Sydow playing chess with death, and the dance with death scene in particular. Ironically, Russian territory was the last to suffer the ravages of the Black Death, since Jani Beg, the Mongol who started it all down with Kaffa, ended up being overlord of the Russian territories. However, they paid him tribute. His troops were not necessarily stationed there, and there was very little cross-pollination.
All right.
All right.
What do I do?
That was great.
Let's see. There we go.
That was great. Thank you for that. If anyone has questions, Rod, go ahead and start putting those in the chat so we can get those in there. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I wanted to make sure to mention that. But Rod, if you have anything else to mention or say on that, or
so I would just point out that this is probably about 6 minutes shorter than the original version shown a couple months ago to the Albuquerque Coin Club that Walt had seen. And so it's a little bit choppy and not as smooth, but I also ended up adding probably another 70 frames to it, even though I shortened it. So I learned a lot, and there's still more to do. The A&A wants me to do it for 50 minutes to an hour in February. I guess they're going to charge $6 a head for it.
Oh, wow. Very nice. No, I think it was a lot of people were saying really appropriate presentation for the time we're in, and also because it's Friday the 13th, I really enjoyed that for sure. I know I'm going to have to go back and watch it at least another time to pick up a lot of the stuff and check out all the coins.
Excuse the volume modulations. I'm not quite sure what to do. It was produced over months. I actually started on the project, August before. So what did that have been? Of 2019. So COVID wasn't even on the landscape. And I started reading up on all the articles and books and movies and documentaries, and it's some of it's extremely conflicting. But overall, you saw what I think was proven to me.
Sure. No, definitely. I think most people in the chat there are having good comments about it, and they all learned a lot. And definitely, it's just interesting to see all the coins and learn some of that history about it too. It seems like it's one of those areas of history that they really don't cover in a lot of schools, or they kind of cover it in like a few minutes and it's done. And
yeah, most of the generic, Western history, 100 Years' War, all these more specific history books and things, it's barely a couple sentences or footnotes. You're like, well, there's so much more. So, but yeah.
Well, I don't know if you just saw Walt Ostromecki's comment there, but he says that, Rod, that you're known as the Black Plague of the Albuquerque Club. But that's Rod, that's Walt saying that. So. Again, thanks, Walt, for putting us in touch with Rod so we could do this presentation. I haven't seen any like questions, and maybe I missed them in there, but Paula says you should definitely do that for the ANA. The youngins would definitely dig the program for sure. And yeah. thought it was great. Well, thanks for that. And Rod, just so you know that I'm going to need your mailing address so you can email me or text me that, because we got one of these that we send you. We're doing the presentation for our club. This is one of our silver club medals we had made last year for our 60th anniversary. Daniel Carr of the Moonlight Mint does these for us. It's an ounce of silver, and it's got the California Bear design from the 1925 half. And then on the other side, it's the Pacific Railway medal design from 1869 that we used.
Wow, thank you
We
very
will be
much.
sending you one of those for helping us out and getting a presentation for us. So we do appreciate that. And let's see. Nate Butler says, how do you spell the name of those weird German uniface coins from the presentation?
Yeah, I probably butchered the saying. I even asked Doug Mudd at the ANA how to even say it. And there's whether it's more of a French or a German sound.
Yeah.
But, you can look it up. You can Google it and get close.
Probably something that gets lost. Yeah, probably something that gets lost in translation too.
Yeah, what it means is leaf thin. And a lot of those little silver uniface coins, either the bishops were cranking them out because they were making their money on them, or poorer town areas that didn't have a lot of fairs and merchants and circulating coinage would put them out. And there's hundreds of them over, good 150 to 200 plus years. There's a few books out there on them too that are pretty nice. It's a deep well you can fall into. I luckily, my guardrails are pretty much everything. So.
Nick Ruley's one of our club members. He wants to know how you got interested in the plague and the coins from this period.
Well, part of it is, I started out like a lot of folks, U.S. coinage, and then I just kind of got bored and frustrated with filling up so many Danskos and Whitmans and having a few holes I'll never fill, and going to upgrade to get into higher levels or, semi-keys and things from the 1800s. It's like, to me, it started getting boring.
Yeah.
And when I started learning about the ancient coins, that 6-volume set of, I think Sear or CB put it out.
Yeah, Sear, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. So at a club auction, somebody had it. I bought it for $5. Volume number 6.
Nice.
Volume number 6, the non-classical world. And I'm like, whoa! I mean, that lit me up big time. And then I, of course, had to dive into the Greeks and the Romans, and I started doing all that. And
it's hard to find some of those books these days. But.
And then Alan Berman and others with their medieval stuff, and I started, wow, this is a harder area, And one of the things with the Black Death, I really am not trying to get beautiful coins. I want coins that dead people might have held, people who died of the plague. And it's kind of like some of those guys with the El Paso Club and doing the leper colony coins.
Right.
I know it's they're fine to handle, but you still get the willies.
Something that somebody actually used at the time and didn't just stuff away in some jar somewhere. Yeah.
But yeah, so the medieval stuff lit me up big time, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm one of those weirdos who gets off on, who's married to who and who's related to who and all that match stuff. And they say, how can you remember all this stuff? So I look at them like they're my own family members. So
awesome. Well, thanks again, Rod. We really appreciate it. I know many of us probably will go back and watch that again. And again, feel free to share the link to our club in this video later if you have anybody else that you want to show it to, because it's going to be up here, and we do appreciate that. And yeah, that's great. Thanks again.
Thank you all.
And real quick, Rod, we did invite you. We're going to go in the show and tell in a minute. If you did have anything you want to share other than your presentation, we welcome you to do that, but you don't have to. I know you just showed us a whole bunch of coins in a program, but I did want to at least remind you that we invited you to do that if you wanted.
And my caveat, I I'm terrible with the photography, so none of those are my actual coins. Those are mostly ripped from Google Images and things like that.
Okay.
So I don't want to take credit for the photography or those particular looking coins.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, well, thank you again, Rod. Definitely appreciate it. And again, thanks to Walt for putting you in touch with us.
Well, I hope I got a good dig in on Walt too there. So
We all take the every chance we can get, right?
he did that to me for a presentation to our club a month or so ago. So
So he started it. Okay, I get it.
dumb coins. And
Oh yeah, we know. All right, thanks again, Rod. Appreciate it.
guys.
Yep.
I'll hang out.
Okay, very good. All right, Don, are you been writing down everybody's names for the raffle tickets?
I have.
All right.
Are we ready for that? No.
Well, no. What we're
doing
going to do
show
is
and tell
we're going to
first.
show and tell first.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to remind everybody, if you haven't typed in chat, or if you don't think Don has gotten your name down for some reason, make sure that you type something in chat so he gets your name. But we're going to go on and do our show and tell first. So I'm going to make my screen the full screen here. But Don's still here, and he can still hear you.
Yes, I can.
Well, you can still hear me, but we can still hear him, is what I meant to say. He can't hear you, but he can still see you guys typing in chat and all that. And again, make sure he gets you. And if you keep repeating yourself, did you get me, Don? He'll probably eventually tell you, yeah, I got you in there. But he's pretty good. He's probably got most of us in there. So except for me, I don't get to be part of it, he says. So
me either.
Neither does Don. Okay, that's fair. So what I got to do is here, I got to move a few windows around. I got to get ready to do the show and tell here. So give me just a second. We got several people sending stuff in for show and tell this time around. Let's go ahead and bring some of that up. I need to share my screen now. Hopefully I don't have too much trouble with that. There we go. There's me sharing a window there. And I will make that full screen. And now I got to bring up what the people wrote about this one. All right. So I'm not going to be able to see chat here for a minute. So sorry about that, just the way I got it set up. But this was sent in from Gil Menendez, a club member. It says, hello, Michael. Was just looking around to see if I could find any more colorized Cuban coins like these. I occasionally find one of them on eBay, believe it or not, although you wouldn't want to spread your money all around, or your MO all around. I'm sorry. I'm a buyer if you think of me when you see any, by the way. Thought of us because we possibly could be a show and tell item meeting. So these here are Cuban coins, colorized Cuban coins. So there's a couple of them that Gil sent in there. Real cool coins, and just looks like the dates are from the 1990s. And this one down here in the lower left might say 2008 there. And then he did send another image of a close-up of one. I'll bring up that. And there's one with flamingos on it. I know the Berry family probably likes that one there because they like coins with flamingos and stuff like that for sure. But yeah, really cool piece. Thanks for sending that in, Gil. Awesome. All right, next up, we had Archaeology Mikey in the channel and in the chat, sending some stuff in for show and tell. So bear with me as I go through these. This is what Mikey sent in first. And I think I got these correct in the right order. But anyway, he says, here's a picture of an ancient Greek tetraball silver, 450 BC to 100 AD. And the second oldest coin is Hadrian coin, 117 to 138. So we'll look at the coins he sent in. So here's the Greek coin he sent in first. So I guess he's some examples of some of his oldest coins that he has. And then here's the Roman one right here that he sent in. Just really cool coins around 2,000 years old. So very cool. On that one, you can even make out, that's got a lot of detail on it, Mikey. Very cool. Thanks for sending those in. He also sent in another show and tell. We'll go ahead and bring that up because that one's pretty cool. This one here says it's the 1994 20 centésimos from Uruguay, double die reverse. He thinks the doubling looks a lot like the 1955 double die wheat cent. So let's take a look and see what Mikey's talking about. So there's the obverse there. He says it's a double die reverse, so we can see there. He's either got a really blurry camera, or that 1994 down there really is pretty darn doubled, and so is the C and the E of Centessimos, and he did send a close-up pic, so check that out. Oh yeah, that's really crazy doubling all through the whole word there, isn't it? Very cool, Mikey. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Okay, next up. Who's next? Who did we do next here? Next up, John and Rosemary Duff sent in some show and tell. We'll pull up the coin first. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are seeing this okay, and I'm not just talking to myself this whole time, but okay, I just wanted to make sure. John and Rosemary Duff sent this in. It says, here are two hammered coins, Mercia the Elder, 1386 through 1418. Mercia the Elder was the grandfather of Vlad the Impaler, so these coins are considered to have a vampire connection. There were Vlad the Impaler coins, but they are considered non-collectible, and I believe there is a sample in a Romanian museum. These coins came not too much longer after the Black Plague hit Europe in the 1300s. So this is from John and Rosemary Duff. There's one of the coins there, and the other one they sent is this one right here. Very cool. 1386 through 1418 is when these coins were around. Awesome. All right, another show and tell came in from Steve Sussman. I know he was in the chat here. Let's bring that one up. Here's Steve's show and tell. Said he was hoping he had a coin during the Black Death to keep the theme, which what he knows will be a very interesting talk, and it was for sure. Have a coin that was minted 15 years after the Black Death ended with a little historical relevance. It's the best he could come up with. And he did a write-up here. Two maritime powers, Genoa and Venice, long been leading commercial powers with ties to Constantinople that nurtured their growth during the Middle Ages. Their rivalry over trade generated a number of wars. Genoa, having suffered previous defeats at the hands of the Venetians, had also been severely weakened by the Black Death, which took a total of 40,000 on the city. Venice participated in the dismemberment of the Byzantine Empire in 1204, gradually taken over to land on the Adriatic. Let's see what else. There's a lot here. Let's see. Anyway, what we're showing here real quick, and I don't know, I think I cut off part of the email. I'm sorry, Steve, but what's shown here is the one Soldino coin. It's silver, 0.51 grams, and it's 1/20th of a lira in Venice. And again, the date of it's 1368 through 1382. And it's got the kneeling doge, rampant lion. Let's take a look at the other side here too, and we might be able to zoom in on this too. Let's go full. I'm going to try to do this. Probably shouldn't be doing this, but let's try. So there's a close up of the coin itself, so you guys can see this. It said minted as little as 15 years after the Black Death, but within the context of a continued battle. Then we'll go to the other side of it, and there's the other side of the coin zoomed in. Really cool coin. And it's a really nice example too, Steve. Thanks for sharing that. We'll go back to the other side here. I'll go back to the regular fit to the window. So you can see there are AU details on this thing. Very, very nice coin. So thanks for sending that in, Steve. Another one that came in for show and tell was from Luke Mitchell. Let's see what he sent in. We might want to, that's full-size picture already. Just the way he took the picture. He said, I've been going through rolls of quarters looking for West Point V75 quarters. So, or just West Points and the 2020 West Points with the V75 privy marks. After dozens of rolls, he's found none of them, but he did find this 2003 quarter, which looks like the silvering has been removed. It's what's left of a regular quarter. He thinks it's interesting. I was wondering if there's a commonly known method of chemically removing the silver, or is it a copper coated quarter? Either way, he thinks it's worth around 25 cents, and we'll probably buy some bubble gum with it. Well, remember our coinage, it's copper nickel clad, so it's a thin like copper nickel layer over a more pure copper core. So it wouldn't be silver on the outside; it'd be the nickel plating removed, if anything. Or it could have been struck. It could have never had the nickel plating before, or it could have been copper plated later. There's all kinds of stuff that could be done to it, and I'm not an error coin expert by any means, so I don't know, but. Don't know what you got there, but you're probably right. It's probably not tons of extra value unless it was like in super perfect condition. That's my experience with them, at least. So there. that is the show and tells that did come in by, let's stop that, by email. So let me go ahead and close a bunch of windows there to get that out of the way. And then I have a show and tell here that we'll just go ahead and put under the camera here. My show and tell, I guess I'll make myself the full screen there. I got this book here in the mail from Silver Nitrate. He had an auction the other day, and he had this book in his auction, and it's one that I've kind of wanted in a while. Silver Nitrate has a channel here and does auctions pretty much every weekend. You can check out his channel. I know he was in the chat a little earlier. And this is Hawaiian Money Standard Catalog. He's from Hawaii on the island of Oahu. And it's a brand new book and just really cool. And I've been looking for this one for a while. It's been out of print, hard to find. This one came out in 1991. And it's actually a signed copy he hooked me up with. So aloha right there. And also, without me knowing about it, he actually sent a coin with it. Actually, it's a transportation token. And it's listed here on page 88. This is the Honolulu Rapid Transit Company token. It's got a hula girl cut around the center. And it's 23 millimeters. And it says here, there's a note, in a 1967 catalog, this was listed as a pattern and cataloged at $45 at the time, which is pretty crazy value. And then later bags of them were released. And now it says in EF condition, it has a value of $250. And that was as of 1991. So anyway, I was really happy to get that book. And what I'll do is I'll pull up my microscope real quick so I'm going to try to do this at least. So hopefully we don't mess this up. Just so we can take a look at the token. So there's the 1951 token with the hula girl. Real cool, and thanks to Silver Nitrate for sending that. I'll probably actually do a real mail call on my channel at some point to mention that he sent this and all the other stuff that I got from him. But this is a really nice example. It looks brand new, definitely. And very cool. Thanks for sending that, and thanks for the hookup on the book. That was awesome. That was awesome for sure. So thank you for that. Don Barry, you got a show and tell?
I do not have a show and tell.
Well, what is that you had under your microscope this entire time? You want to show that and tell it?
Sure. This is an 1849 seated dime. That's really it. It was just a placeholder so that there was something there to look at. Because nobody really actually wants to look at me. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. Very good. So I guess with that said, that's the show and tells that came in. And Nate Butler says that's probably the most well-known transportation token. Oh, cool. I've had transportation tokens in the past and never really looked them up or got into them. Usually I just sell them at the Coin Club meetings when we have them and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. This one's awesome. I'll be hanging on to that for sure. Randy said he got a V75 in the mail today, one of those Silver Eagles. Awesome, Randy. Congrats on getting one of those. You got lucky there. So, Don, what do you think? Are we about ready to do a raffle? Sorry, not a raffle.
Yeah,
I guess it's a free giveaway is what we got to call it because nobody's paying.
Well, that's true. It is a free giveaway. Yep. Whenever you are ready.
We'll do like one more last call. If you have not typed in chat and you don't think Don's filled out a ticket with your name on it, do so right now. And I'm going to go through the prizes one more time while you guys have a chance to do it while Don double checks everybody. What we have here in Sharp, how you doing? Just saw you come in here. I didn't say hello to you yet before. This is a pair of $1 notes, 2017. They're gem uncirculated, look like brand new. And they got consecutive serial numbers starting with 4 8s. These were donated by Kevin Speaks. 1959D Silver Washington quarter. We like to get these for the club, the 1959s, because that's the year our club started, just over 60 years ago. Got this one here. It's a beautiful 1964 Swiss 2 francs coin. Brilliant uncirculated condition. These are 835 silver fineness. Really nice coins. Half-ounce Australian coin from 2014. War in the Pacific, Battle of the Coral Sea. It's got a battleship coming at you with the Australian flag and the U.S. flag in the background. One of our 2019 Glendale Coin Club copper medals done by Daniel Carr of the Moonlight Mint. Real cool piece. And the last free giveaway prize tonight is going to be a 2020 Silver Eagle. So good luck to everybody on those. And remember, right after we do the free giveaways, if you win a giveaway, You do need to send me an email to claim it. I need to know who you are, what you won, what your address is. Otherwise, you don't get it. You don't have to pay anything for shipping. That's free giveaway. It's covered by the club and the proceeds we get. And definitely you don't have to, but you do have to claim it, and you got 7 days to claim it. If you don't claim it in 7 days, I'm going to assume you don't want it, and then we'll put it back into the club inventory for a future giveaway. And then right after that, we'll go into our auction. There's an auction list of the items in the description to this video. There's 15 items. They're all owned by the club, and they're all going to start at $1, and all the proceeds will benefit our coin club. So with that said, Don, you ready to give some stuff away?
Yep. There were a few people I didn't get, so yep, I'm good now.
I should probably grab a piece of paper and write down winners and stuff, shouldn't I? All right, let me do
Thanks,
that.
Pathfinder. That's funny.
Don's our man. Okay, very good. First up is going to be for the $2 consecutive notes right there.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Travis Wisely.
Travis Wisely. Okay, so that's that one. Very good. Next is going to be for the 1959 Denver quarter.
All right, hold up. And here you go. Nate Butler. Nate Butler.
Greater Orange County Club right there. Very cool. Congratulations, Nate. Next up is the Swiss 2 francs. And the very cool old yellow 2x2 that I know Don likes.
I do like those. They are always the best. I wish they'd still make them, but they don't. Now I drew it. Fidget, and he can eat it.
So
right?
that goes to Randy.
Fidget?
Is that what you mean?
Well, no. If you scroll up, there's a user named Fidget the Squirrel or something. So I just wrote down
the
Fidget.
squirrel actually came in here.
I saw it.
All right.
I thought it was
Fidget,
Randy, but
it
sorry.
is. Randy made a channel for Fidget the Squirrel, so we'll go ahead and put that in there.
All right. I thought somebody else did. That's funny.
All right, Randy.
Well,
Fidget gets the coin. We expect now. Not only that. So if you guys don't know, Randy in the chat, he has a pet squirrel named Fidget, and he did put out a couple of videos with Fidget. And one of the videos he just put out has Fidget the squirrel on his desk eating like the cardboard of a 2x2, and it's pretty funny actually.
Yeah.
But
I want to see a Fidget mail opening video now.
so that's what we expect, Randy. We're going to send this coin to Fidget the squirrel if Fidget claims it within the next 7 days, and we expect a video thanking the Glendale Coin Club. Now this is an old 2x2. I don't know if you want Fidget eating this one, but maybe. I don't know.
That's fine.
Anyway, congratulations to Fidget. Congratulations. Oh, there's Fidget. Can't wait to eat that one.
See? I told you he was in chat.
Oh, boy. All right. Next up, half-ounce silver from Australia.
All right. Here you go. Clarence Sherrick. I hope I said that right. Clarence.
All right. Congratulations, Clarence. You got a half-ounce silver Australian. Not from Austria, John Duff. I know you're thinking this is from Austria. It's actually from Australia. I know you get that confused sometimes. All right, next up, we got 2 more giveaways tonight. 2019 Glendale copper medal. These are very popular. Who got this one? Paula Bloom. All right, and actually still got something to mail for her here. Probably from one of the previous giveaways, so that'll save me a stamp. All right. Congratulations, Paula. Congratulations. And I know I still got a coin here that I know that you wanted to get from us for your big show that you do. Paula, if you guys don't know, they call it the Big Show. It's a community giveaway. A lot of people donate stuff to her and to the show, and they give away a whole big package of coins all to one person, usually worth hundreds of dollars. And I believe the next one is coming up this Sunday. And our time in Pacific time, it's usually around 6:30, I think is when it starts. So check out Paula. She's there in chat typing right now. There you go. All right. Who wants a Silver Eagle, Don? Who deserves a 2020 Silver Eagle?
Well, I don't know if they deserve it, but they get it. It's Black Cloud Mining. I think there's a whole bunch before their name, before this, but it was easier just to write this than all the other words. So,
well, if you have Black Cloud Mining in your name, you need to go ahead and send me an email to claim a 2020 Silver Eagle. Very cool. I already got an email from Travis. He was invited by Steve Sussman. Thanks, Steve, for helping us spread the word. Very cool.
Excellent.
And congratulations. I believe that's Andrew, Black Cloud Mining. Yep, he just popped in the chat right there. Andrew O'Neill.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So,
yep.
Too much to fit on the ticket, right?
It was a bunch. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations to those of you that got Kittle's sister. What did you just try typing in? It shows up in the chat. Message deleted by the Google moderator team. I don't know what you just did, but I can see that on my end, but I'm sure nobody else in chat can see that. But I don't know what you tried to. I don't know what you can see it, Don?
Yeah.
Well, because you're a moderator.
I'm just. Yeah.
But I don't know what she tried typing in. But anyway, might want to try that again in a different way, Amanda. Okay, so next up is going to be our auction. I don't think we've got to do anything else. We're going right to auction, aren't we?
Yep. I'm going to mute, and then you have fun.
Okay, very good. I guess I'll just go back to, what is it, full screen, since we don't need to look at your 1849 there anymore, do we?
No, not this thing.
Coin out of the way there. We'll send that to Rod. All right, so remember, I guess I'll go ahead and put in a few auction rules here. Basics. Everything's all in the description below too. But what do we got going on in here? Everybody put thing in the chat. What did Amanda try doing? I don't know. Whoa! Oh, it's just Andrew's name. Okay. Okay. There's one reminder. Just remember to make sure you're on live and live chat, and that winners, anybody who wins, needs to email me, and I'll send invoices afterwards. Mikey's got to go. Have a good one. Thanks, Mikey. And are we gaming tonight? Not sure about that, Mikey. Maybe we'll be on the gaming channel. Not sure. And then everybody's it's going to be $5 shipping on every invoice. So if you win one item, it's $5 shipping. We'll send everything at least in a double mailer with tracking. Yeah, it might only cost $3.5, $4 to do that. But if you win a bunch of stuff, we would send it priority. That would cost us $8 or something. So we'll lose a couple bucks on those and make a couple bucks for the club on the small one. Just easier to bill everybody $5 no matter what you get. So them's are the rules. And also when you're bidding, when you type in a bid, it shows up first on your screen than it does for everybody else, just the way Google and YouTube's lag works. So if you think you're leading, or if I count down 3, 2, 1 sold and you think you got in before, you might not. So please don't wait to try to snipe something at the last second. Get your bid in. I'll try to keep everybody up to, who's leading. Just because you show your bid showing up first on your screen doesn't mean you did get your bid in on time. And I'll try to, if there's any closer, any discrepancies, I can share my screen to show you what I see. We can only go by what I can see on my end. I can't go by what's on your screen. I just can't. So hopefully you guys all understand that. And with that said, first up is a donated item. We had a couple items donated by Greg Berkovitz. You guys all know Greg because Greg did our presentation at the last meeting and the last 2 meetings, actually. JW sharing a link to Fidget's video. You guys definitely got to check that out when you have a chance. So Greg Berkovitz was the speaker who talked to us all about U.S. currency for the September and October meetings. And I met up with him this last week because he had a few items he wanted to donate to the club. And this is one of them. This here is a really cool note. It's in circulated condition, and it's a 2013 note. But look at that serial number. It's got the A's on each side. And look at all those ones. A, 11171111A. And it's done from the Boston Federal Reserve Bank. So this is just a really cool note if you're into collecting fancy serial numbers and whatnot. Larry Powell bid $2. And Don, did you bid 17? Is that...
Yes.
Okay, Don really wants that. 17. All right, he's not wasting any time. So the current bid on that is $17. Remember, this was donated by Greg Berkovitz. All proceeds go to the club, and we thank Greg for that donation, for sure. He said, and he gave me a couple of pieces. He's like, we need more paper money in the coin club. I'm like, I know, because he's definitely a paper money guy. So, all right, Don Berry at $17. Richard wants to remind everybody of the Las Vegas show at the Palace Station. Richard, we did mention that earlier. And again, here's the information. If you need to know about it, you guys can pause and get all the information right there. Their website's on there. Palace Station, November 20th through the 22nd. Richard, a club member of ours, will be there. He will have a table there. So there you go. $17. I think Don, you might have just bid yourself to win that one.
You
I
said
don't know.
just bid if you want to bid, so I did.
All right. So what I do in the chat, you'll see it in a second. I won't say it because there's lag, and I don't want you relying on what I'm saying because by the time I say it, it's over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the chat, and Rocky just bid 18. I'm going to type in the chat 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to type in sold. And once I type in sold, it's over with. So you got to go by what you see in chat because chat is the most, I guess, the most live without as much lag. Even though there is still a little bit of lag, so don't try to snipe at the last second. So Rocky is at $18. He is leading. And again, if you guys want to see close up on the note again, it's lightly circulated. It's not a perfect brand new note, but it's got a really cool series. And it's in really good shape still, don't get me wrong. But there we go. 17 was your max. All right. We'll go ahead and start counting it down. And again, thanks to Greg Berkovitz. I don't know if I saw Greg in here or not, but thank you for that, Greg.
He was here earlier.
Okay. That's sold to Rocky. Thank you very much. All right. Next up is going to be lot number 2. I will put the information for that in just a second. Little tiny coin. I might need to pull up my microscope for this one, right? I think so. This was another item that was donated. This one here is a 1966 Netherlands Antilles 1/10 golden, donated to the club by John and Rosemary Duff. And let me get my transportation token out from under the microscope. It's a little tiny silver coin. Look at, you guys can see all that right there. It's probably mint state. It looks pretty nice. It's hard to grade. It's got a little bit of a dirty toned reverse. And Netherlands Antilles, it's 0.0288 of an ounce actual silver weight. I'll go ahead and pull up the microscope so you guys can see that. So there we go. It's at least AU condition, if not mint state. So there's that little silver coin. Starting at $1. All proceeds go to the club. 1966. It's a little dirty, dark toning on the reverse for sure, but still a nice coin. Sharp will go for a little buck on it. Silver nitrate says 2. Sharp goes to 3. Gringo goes to 5. Gringo OG 22 at $5. SoCal Gringo had a prior bid of 5. Too slow. Let's get that figured out there. Get this back out of the way. Gringo OG 22 in at $5. SoCal probably needs the refresh, says Gringo. Well, he can hear me. He's on StreamYard here, so he should be able to. He should know what's going on. Unless he left the room and he's on his phone bidding somewhere. All right, that's sold to Gringo. OG 22 for $5. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I just got to take a second to write some of that down. And speaking of Gringo OG 22, we do have the next item here. Lot number 3, 1963 Swiss, 1 franc, brilliant uncirculated. And this was donated to the club. This was won last month, I believe, by Gringo OG 22, and then donated right back to the club. He said donate this and raise a few bucks for the club for it. So there we go. Donated by Gringo. Nice 1 franc. We gave away a 2 franc earlier, but this is the smaller 835 silver. Brilliant uncirculated. 1 franc. Real cool design. Real popular. Dennis goes $3. JW jumps it right to $8. He wants something from the Gringo OG 22 collection, I believe. Thank you guys all for the bids and for participating and supporting the club. Definitely appreciated. JW at $8. That's going to JW. Thank you very much, Gringo, and thank you very much, JW. All right, this one I'm going to have to pull up the microscope again too, but let me put the information up. This is another piece that was donated to our club by Greg Berkovitz, our speaker from the September and October meetings. So here is, how do you want to pay, Rocky? Well, if you know that's all you want to do, and it's just the one, and you're not doing anything else, PayPal is perfect. It's the same as my email address. ! Email in the chat will bring that up to you. It's you bid $18 on the item, and we do $5 shipping, and we'll send it out in a padded bubble mailer with tracking and all that. So if that's what you're doing, then that works too. So this here, it's a 1917 French La Rochelle 5 centimes knot geld. So 1917. Whoop, came right out. Let's just take it out of there. Real thin piece. And it's just pushed in on the other side. And I'm going to go put that under the microscope because I know it's dark. I looked it up. I saw some sources saying these are made out of tin, but most of the sources I found said that they're made out of like nickel-plated iron. So let's pull up my microscope. Sorry, it takes me a second to do this. So there's La Rochelle, 1917. I'm sorry I can't zoom out anymore very easily. Looks like it might even have some doubling on those M's of commerce, unless that's just the way they're all made. But anyway, SoCal goes $2. Silver nitrate and Paula pretty much at the same time $5, but Paula comes right back in at $6. Just an interesting little piece. Anyway, Greg donated this to the club because he thought someone might get it. And there's the other side. It's just kind of, you know, you can see where it's punched on the. There's no reverse design. It's just a real thin piece of metal in 1917, and so knot geld is what a lot of people call. I guess it's called emergency money. So it's something they would use locally. Kind of cool. Magnetic. Actually, I could find out in just a second here, couldn't I? Yeah, I'd say it's magnetic. Very magnetic. All right, let's go back to the. So I'm guessing it's probably iron. All right, let's go back to that screen there. Yeah, it went right on to the end of the. And this here is the Penny Dog coin roll opening device. Some people call it a screwdriver, but you use these to open up coin rolls. And that's from the channel Penny Dog here on YouTube. So magnet right on the end, so you get it anywhere close. There you go. Very handy to have around. Very handy. Is there a shipping cost? Yes, Rocky, we're doing $5 shipping for everybody. Just easiest to do it that way. And that is it. So we had Silver Nitrate 7, Paula 8, John Duff 9. Paula's out, Silver Nitrate's out. And it looks like John Duff is leading it at $9. Sold to Duff. Thank you very much, Greg Berkovitz, for that donation. And I'll put that back on the flip. And thanks to John Duff for the bids on that one. What's next? What's next? Lot number 5, Franklin $50. 1963. And it's in a capsule. I got it listed there as BU. It looks like it to me. I mean, let me take a close look. There might be a touch of rub on the top of his head. I don't know. It's at least AU, but it's got mint luster, and it's a nice Franklin half. You guys can see the cartwheel luster on there, but don't get too upset if you really think it's an AU. We'll say AU. I know I have BU listed there. That's what we had it listed in our club inventory, but It's not a high grade. Let's just say that. It's just a nice Franklin $half. And the capsule comes with it and no extra charge. No extra charge. How about that? Dennis goes 5. Dennis to 4. VC to 5. Dennis to 6. We got $6 bid. Richard says Van Nuys coin shows postponed until May or June. Richard, have you heard anything definitively about the Long Beach shows? Because I haven't heard anything from them, but I've heard other dealers telling me they know that February is getting canceled. But I haven't heard that from the promoters themselves. JW goes to $10 on the Franklin $half. JW is all about the Benjamins. He loves the Benjamins. JW is leading at $10. And this is a 1963 Philadelphia, no mint mark. Got to have all not an 1863, 1963. Sharp goes to 11. JW says 12. Sussman's thinking more like September. Well, we'll do one at a time. We'll do one at a time, Steve. We'll do one. I mean, that's what we've been doing. So if we know one of them gets canceled, then we'll just start looking forward to the others. But I think you might be onto something there, Steve. If they start opening things up here in Southern California, the first thing they're opening up isn't going to be a huge convention center. Or the same goes for our meeting room at the library. They'll open up the library to let people come in and check out books and things like that, but they're not going to open up a meeting room for 50 people to meet in. That's not going to be the first thing that's going to come up. Here, guys, I'll show you on the JW's at 12. I'll pull it up on the microscope. I'm pretty sure it's not full bell lines. But if you guys want a close look, there's the half. There's some of the details. We'll get to the bell lines. Definitely. I mean, it's got a lot of the bell lines, but right there in the center, it gets mushy, and there's a couple of hits there. So it's got a nice strike overall, but just that very center part. You can see a lot more bell lines than you can on some other dates. So hopefully that answers your question there. Sharp goes to 13, JW to 14. Oh, JW likes Ben's. Yeah, a lot of us that can't get haircuts still have similar haircuts right now. Absolutely. JW at $14. Sharp's out, and I think that's going to be it, probably. Bullets are back, you hear, Amanda? There you go, JW. Thank you very much for your bids. Next up is, this is a fun one. Let me check this one out. Hold on. Put the information in. Canada, proof silver dollar. Ooh, look at this. In the box still. In the box. And inside this box is another box. And inside this box, look at this. It even has inspected by number 19. So who was number 19 at the mint back in 1982? I don't know. But there's the coin. Canada dollar, 1882, 1982, Regina. It's got the really cool skull on it in the building. Very cool. JW comes right out and says 15. Dennis says 17. JW says 18. All right, you know what? You guys are already paying too much for this. So here we go. I sold a few of these to the club. I got a deal on a bunch of these recently. I sold them to the club to be used for the next several months. But we're just going to do this as a buy it now for $18. Anybody that wants one for $18, you can have one. Just let me know. Just confirm in the chat that you want one, or if you want two, or if you want three. Just say bin $18. The club's getting all this money. I just don't want you guys paying too much because I got a deal on them. So, and I'd rather get more people, more coins. So Paula will take one. JW will take one. Again, if you want 2, 3 of them, if you think you can use them for stuff, let me know. Travis will take one. New England. You got to pay the shipping too, because I got to send this out in a bolo mailer. But if you're buying other stuff, that's fine too. But Travis Wisely, Green Go. Oh my goodness. Okay, Green Go OG 22. Maybe I should have let you guys bid it a little higher first, huh? We'll make sure. New England notes. Paula Sharp wants one. Guitar Gill. I just caused myself a whole bunch of work here. A lot more things to mail, didn't I? Greg Berkovitz. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Thanks again for the donations. Rocky Superstar. And Rocky, just so you know, I saw you got the payment. You don't have to pay for shipping again. It was like a once per person kind of thing for shipping. So I'm going to read off the names I put down. If I missed you, you need to type it in again because I'm not going to go back and try to figure it out. So I got Paula, JW, Travis, Gringo, Guitar Gill, Rocky Superstar, New England Notes, Sharp Eye for Coins, and Greg Berkovitz all want one of these at $18 each. I think I got everybody. So, wow. Okay, that was fun. Very good. Thank you, everybody. And I'm glad I was able to get a few of those. Actually, I bought a lot of them, but now we have less. Next up, lot number 7. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support of the club there, and congrats. And lot number 7's next. The 2019 Glendale Coin Club Copper Medal. Done by Daniel Carr of the Moonlight Mint. There's the reverse design. Really cool. And if you guys haven't seen this, let's geek out a little bit with the microscope, right? While you guys are thinking of bidding on this. Look at that design. It's got the train going from sea to shining sea real quickly on a coin there. Glendale Coin Club, 1959 through 2019. Every mountain shall be made low. And that's the design from the 1869 Pacific Railway medal, done by the U.S. Mint. It's in the so-called dollar book, HK12. And then there's the California Bear reverse. He even got the S Mint mark from the 1925 San Francisco commemorative $50. And we've been using this design on our medals for several years now, since 2014. So very, very cool. We got, let's see. Let's go here. We got JW only bidding $5 on this and no one else wants it. That's fine. Darth, how you doing? Mr. Nilbar. Goonie Stackers, how you doing? Paula goes to $10. Sharp Eye for Coin, here's to you and your club. Thank you, and check out the big show hosted by Paula. Thanks for that, Sharp. Really appreciate the donation to the club. That is awesome of you. JW goes to 11. New England, we got 3 bids at 12. New England, Gringo, and Goonies. New England was the first, Gringo second, Goonie third. Then Goonies goes to 13. Paula goes right to 15. And I wanted to show you that's how the order of those bids come in, because I'm sure it's different on half the other screens of whoever's watching out there. So sorry about that. I can only go by my screen. But Paula at $15. You got your Iranian coin today, Darth. Oh, that's awesome, Darth. Thanks again for participating in that world coin auction we did. Glad you like that. We'll go ahead and start counting this down. Welcome, Goonie Stackers. Sold to Paula. Thank you very much, Paula. I actually got to write that down. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy that. That is a cool one. I think that's the next one. Let me just double check my list. Got a lot of moving parts here. Sorry. Let me copy that. We got to copy that. Gonna have a raid real soon, JW. Awesome. Awesome. Appreciate that. Just a warning. All right. We'll welcome everybody. There we go. Lot number 8 is a 1960 proof set in an old Whitman holder. Come on, poor wallet, 1960. Well, JW, the list of all the items is in the description below, so you know what's coming. This one, the only thing I noticed that I want to point out is on the nickel, there is like a little spot there that looks to be, I don't know if that can dip off or anything, but otherwise the coins look pretty darn good. There's just that one spot on the nickel there that bothers me a little bit, but the silver coins look pretty nice. Look pretty darn nice. Yeah, definitely. If you guys want to try to win a whole bunch of coins, check out Paula and her big show, the Ken Peavy Big Show. Really, it's but Paula runs it now. Sundays at 6:30. I don't think it's every Sunday. I think she's doing every other Sunday is what she's doing. So, but stay tuned and go pay attention. Watch it once, and you'll get hooked on it, and you'll know what's up. So we had JW at 15. Dennis came in at 16. Goonies subbed us. Thanks for that, Goonies. Jack Gilbert, 17. JW, 18. David Schwager goes to 20. JW, 22. JW, 24. Rende at 25. You like the guest speaker? We did too, Moose. Thanks for that. Remember, every month, second Friday of every month, we'll be on here until further notice. Can't really meet in person anymore, so we do appreciate the support. Currency Systems, how you doing? All right, $25 to Randy in the lead. Any other interest? Richard, you're a little behind. Might want to refresh. Make sure you're watching live. Randy at 25 currently. Just to make sure Richard knows he needs to make sure he's watching live. Because if I tell him he's not watching live, he might not hear that for another 5 minutes. And he might be bidding on an item he might be bidding on item 3. Who knows what he's bidding? But that happens sometimes. There's delay. I understand that. So we got Randy at 25 on the 1960 proof set. You got a silver half, quarter, and dime. And there we go. In the Whitman holder, you get the holder for 3. And we're going to go ahead and count that down for Randy. Don Barry, are you still here? I don't know. Maybe he left already. And we're sold. Sharp, I don't know what you're bidding on there. I don't know what you're
I'm here.
on.
Sorry. I was making ice cream for the little lady. What's up?
Okay. I don't know. I was just wondering if you're still there.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. No, I was thinking JW said we're going to have some raid people coming in there, and I didn't know maybe we wanted to try to do another giveaway towards the end just because some of the people didn't make it. And I didn't know how we would go about that.
I can get back on some tickets.
I don't know if you want to write a whole bunch of new names down, or I don't know if you still have everybody's names in there, or
still have everybody's names. Yep.
Okay, so maybe we can do it that way, or if you want me to just do the thing where I roll a dice and then it's only the people that are here at the end. I don't know.
Oh, that's probably better because then it's who's here. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta post in the next one. Next up is a Mercury dime. RFT, Rob Finds Treasures raiding us. All right, craziness. Welcome, everybody. This is the Glendale Coin Club meeting, and we already had a presentation earlier. It was about Coins of the Black Death by Rod Frechette. I highly recommend you guys check that out if you missed it. It'll be here and recorded. It was a great presentation, a lot of cool coins. So welcome, everybody coming in. Right now, we're doing an auction. Every item starts at $1, and all the proceeds benefit our coin club. And for those of you guys here, we will do a giveaway at the end of something, just because I know there's a lot of new people coming in. So we want to appreciate that. We want to let you know that we appreciate that. So we got here, 1943 Denver Mercury dime, graded PCGS MS65 full bands. I see JW's in the lead at $15. And we can show this under the scope too, just so you guys can see what we're doing. So that there, 1943 Merc dime. Looks like there's a little bit of like a scratch under the Eye of Liberty. A little bit. You tilt it one way, it's bad. You tilt it one way, it goes away. But it's a PCGS MS65, and it does have full split bands. 43 Denver. We got Jack coming in at $22. JW comes back at $25. So there is the coin. We'll go back to this view here. PCGS graded MS65 full bands. I think the PCGS price guide has it for about $40, but that's PCGS price guide. You guys bid what you think is fair. Remember, all proceeds go to our coin club. Darth Stacker in at 30. Sharp goes to 31. Again, those of you that are new to the channel coming in from RFT, this is our Glendale Coin Club meeting. We can't meet in person, so we've been meeting on YouTube. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing future meetings. The last 7 meetings we've had are on the channel. A lot of good educational programs. I recommend it. Check them out. And thanks for joining us. And right now we're doing an auction where the proceeds benefit the club. So we got Darth Stacker at 33. I see Darth Stacker leading at 33 on my screen. Silver Nitrate came in at 32, but Darth has a prior 33. Do you need the register? No. I trust you, Darth. If you don't pay, though, you don't get the coin. So that's how it works. So it's you bid what you bid, and then it's a $5 shipping added to every invoice. So if you win one item, it's going to be $5 shipping. If you win all the rest of the items, it's still only $5 shipping. So $5 flat no matter what you get. Just need to send me an email if you win something, and then I send you an invoice. That's how it works. Silver Nitrate at 34. Silver Nitrate at $34. Dig likes this channel already. Very nice. I appreciate that, Dig. We got a lot of good people here. So Darth at 35, Silver Nitrate at 36. If you have any questions for us, Dig, let us know. Silver Nitrate at $36. Now, for those of you guys, we're doing an auction. This is lot 9. The rest of the items are listed in the description below, so you guys can see what's coming up. Darth Stacker at 37. Epic Blades is here. Epic Blades is here. Silver Nitrate 39. And PCGS 65 full split bands. Darth is out. Silver Nitrate at 39. And that one's sold. Silver Nitrate. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you didn't win one of the 2020 Silver Eagles we gave away in our free giveaway earlier, you have a chance to get one right here. But you know what? This one you got to pay for. But we're starting it at only $1. So 2020 Silver Eagle, fresh out of a roll, right into a brand new crown size 2.5 by 2.5 cardboard, stapled with the Max brand flat clinch stapler, so you don't get staple scratches on your coins. There you go. 2020 Silver Eagle. Darth says $20 right off the bat. Not messing around at all. Silver Nitrate wants to send that to Paula for the big show. That is so generous, Silver Nitrate. And won't even have to charge you shipping for that because we're already sending stuff to Paula. So that is awesome. That is really, really cool. Very, very generous. How do you pay if you win, Walter Winner? So what you do is if you win something, you send me an email so I have your information, and then I'll send you an invoice by PayPal. Now, you don't have to pay by PayPal. If you'd rather send something in by check, money order, something different than that, that's fine. But PayPal's easy, and the fee's not that big of a deal. And then that way I have your address, and I can quickly print a shipping label and get it out to you. So that's it. You just bid, and then we invoice you, and it's $5 shipping on each order. Not each item, just on each order total. So if you win one item, it's going to be $5 shipping. If you win 10 items, $5 shipping. Darth Stacker, a lot of bids came in for this. I see Darth Stacker in the lead at 30. Gringo says, where's Orta? I haven't seen Orta in a couple of weeks. I heard from other people that something happened to his channel where he's like lost all his subscribers. Like, I think maybe he deleted his channel or did something, or maybe YouTube deleted it, and I don't know. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I don't know all the details, and I'm just passing along what I heard and where he might be. But if you guys have contact for him or send him an email, it might be nice to reach out to him and say, where you at, Orta? And I should probably do the same thing. People in this community have proven good people still out. Well, that's great to hear, Dig. Yep. So we got $30 to Darth Stacker. Sharp comes in at 31. Yeah, that's very generous, Nitrate. And yeah, Paula, I know I've had some of your stuff here. What I'm doing is I'm also trying to put together some other stuff to send into the big show too. But I will be in touch with you in the next couple of days with that for sure. Especially knowing that you got stuff here in the auction too. So we'll get in touch and take care of some of that for sure. I did see you just sent an email as well. Majestic's going right to $35. Very nice. Very nice of you. Thanks, Majestic. 2020 Silver Eagle. Yeah, I just saw that come in, Paula. No problem. Thanks. I'm going to go ahead and count that down. Yeah, usually Ordo was like, would wait around for Silver Eagles, and that's all he wanted. Yeah. That is sold to Majestic. Thank you, sir. Write that down. Let's get that out of the way. I think there's 5 items left. 5 items left tonight. Remember, all the pros. These are all items that are owned by the Coin Club. So I'm not getting anything out of this. So all the proceeds end up going to the Coin Club. This is lot 11. This is a 2019 Ghana African Leopard silver 1-ounce coin. Really cool piece. I don't know if you've seen these. Got a big cat on them. So if there's anybody out there that likes cats, there you go. Big cat, 1-ounce silver. The other side, you got queen with like a leopard print. Pretty darn cool coin.
I think they only made 10,000 of those.
Is that right, Don?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's probably pretty low mintage too. I didn't look that up. You guys can verify on your own. But we do got a bid of, looks like Darth was at 28. And then Brandon was the first at 30, then David Schwager, and then Darth comes in at 31. So Majestic, really send it to Paula? Come on, you guys are too generous. You guys are too generous there. That's awesome, Majestic. Very cool, very cool. So yeah, you'll have a chance to win some of those in upcoming episodes of The Big Show. Very cool. Guitar Gill, 33, was the first at 33. Darth Stacker's the first at 35. I got Darth Stacker leading right now at 35. Golden Fire says mintage of 25,000. Either way, it's very low compared to, remember what we just have, a Silver Eagle that went on sale. We went on sale just this week, and it was like vintage of 75,000, and people are paying like $500 a piece or $600 a piece for them. It's insane. But here you can get a coin with a big cat on it, not just a boring Silver Eagle. Really, these are really cool. I actually got these from this from Don at the coin shop he's at. If you're ever in Southern California, ! Coin Shop brings up information on the coin shop. He said some of these came in, and he said, get one of these for the club. They're awesome. Yeah, there you go. There we go. All right, where did we leave off? We had Darth Stacker was the first at 35. Party Pickle's in the house. How you doing, Party Pickle? We can't have a party unless we have the pickle. That's what I know. That's what I know. I think Darth at 35 is where we're going to be. Thanks for coming in, Jack. Definitely. We're every second Friday of every month. Yeah, maybe Nitrate started something there, Majestic. You're right. All right, so that went to, and I'm just going to confirm in chat, Darth Stacker. Thank you very much, and I got to write this down. Thank you, and congrats on that one. That is a cool piece. Another cool piece that I hadn't seen before that they had at the coin shop is this one right here, and I just had to get one for the club. Normally, I wouldn't buy these because they go for premiums, and if I'm stacking any silver, I just want the cheapest stuff possible. I usually just buy 90% junk, but this was just too cool. This is from Dominica, not Dominican Republic, the small island of Dominica, 2018, and it's got a girl laying there on the beach. And then the mountain in the background. It's got the queen. And it's a 1-ounce silver. I'll pull up the scope so you can see some of the details there. The pickle has arrived. Everybody pickle up. Thanks, Pickle. $1.99 super chat. Very generous. All right, let's, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? Pull up the microscope. Boom.
And only 25,000 of these too.
25,000 of these as well. Thank you.
Yep.
This is 2018 Dominica. Got the plane coming in, the seaplane coming in for a landing. Nice. And I think it says USA on the wing of the plane. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure it does. It's hard to tell. I think it does, though. Anyway, there's the girl
it
on
does.
the beach. Some palm trees, ocean. Really nice coin. Stars all around the edge. Or near the edge. And then on the other side, Queen. 999. Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. $2 from Dominica. We got Robert up to $35 I see there. I'll verify all that in a second once I bring this other screen back. Sorry about that. I don't have it set up through like OBS right now. I probably should have done that. Just where it's easier to switch. But it's a really nice coin. Thought they were cool. All right, let's scroll back up here. We had Dennis bidding, Steve bidding, Darth was bidding, Guitar Gill, David, Robert, Guitar Gill, and then Robert is leading at 35. Then Darth comes in at 36 right there. Big Mill says any CCs. I do have a couple CC Morgans, Big Mill, but none that are owned by the Coin Club and that are going to be in the Coin Club auction right now. Darth Stacker at 36, then Robert Hishmiller comes in at $37. Very generous to you guys. Thanks for the bids. Again, all the proceeds go to our Coin Club for these. Yeah, I saw the mail call my sister did. She sent me a video of it, Big Mill, the stuff you sent her. Very cool. $37 to Robert. I'll count it down. I'll sell you those when I'm gaming later, Big Mill. No problem. That's sold. $37, Robert Hishmiller. Again, if you win anything tonight, whether it's in a free giveaway or if it's auction, you need to send me an email, and then I can send you an invoice. That's kind of how it works. Very simple. We do appreciate all the support from all of you. What's the PayPal? Same as my email. I'll put it here. Kittle's sister just put it in there. Mike@kittlecoins.com. There you go. Perfect. This here is a 2020 silver quarters proof set. All 5 of the 2020 quarters. And remember, this year, 999 silver quarters. They're no longer 900 fine. And there we go. We got the bat quarter. Let's look at all of them. What is this one? That's American Samoa. We got, what is it? Salt River Bay from the Virgin Islands. Tallgrass Prairie from Kansas. Marsh Billings Rockefeller from Vermont. And then the Weir Farm, Connecticut. And there they are, the 2020 San Francisco 3.9 silver. Really cool designs. The Mint really raised their prices on the silver proof sets. This doesn't have a box, doesn't have anything that comes with it. It's just the 5 silver quarters. 3.9's fine. How do we enter the giveaway? Walter, we're going to give something away here at the end of the meeting. You'll see how we do it. You do have to be here to win. All you're going to have to do is type a word in the chat. That's all you're going to have to do. You'll see it'll be fun. There'll be a giveaway at the end. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something for you. And we remember, this is lot number 13. We only got 15 lots. It'll be right after lot 15. Big Mill's jumping in at $35. David might be a little late. Hey, but you're here, David. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Big Mill Hun Silver at $35 with the 3.5 bid in the chat. Big Mill Hun Silver usually does a show on Fridays, but couldn't get $50 to open up for tonight. So we're hoping that maybe he'll do a show tomorrow, or if not, we'll have to wait till next Friday maybe. I don't know. Brandon was at 35. Let me double check that. You might be right. Did I screw this up? You're right. Sorry about that, Big Mill. Brandon Frame is first at 35. Thank you, Gringo. I did miss that bid. So I'm just going to type that in there. Brandon leading at 35. Thank you for that, Gringo. Thank you. Thank you. Sharp's like, oh my God, again? What did we do? Oh, Paula's typing. Okay. $36. We'll do a bit of 36, JW. We'll do it through 36. We're at dollar increments. How about that? If you want to send the extra 21 cents, I'll take it. I'll just consider it 36 right now. It's easy when I start getting into the auctioneer voice and auction calling to not have the decimals there. JW at $36. You round down like in Canada? Is that how you do it there, Alfred? Okay. All right. JW at $36. JW's like, count it down. Come on. Oh, and I just started counting it down. Brandon comes back at 38. Brandon Frame, 38. JW not wasting time, right back at 39. The 39.00. JW was first, Big Mill. JW got the 3. It took you forever to type that. I know. I got fingers just like that. It takes a while to type that, but JW was quick at it, 39. And again, remember, these are 3 9s fine. Why do I keep wanting to say they're 4 9s? But anyway, they're 3 9 silver. Kind of, I think was last year the first year they did the 3 9s? I don't know. It was within the last year or two. And you can see a reflection. There's you guys all looking at us in the webcam right there. See that? You guys are all looking right back at the coins. Really cool. So JW at $39. He's like, dang it. Dang it. Last year was the first year. Okay. Brandon's out. Thanks for letting us know. That's sold. Ship it, bill me. To JW, Coins and Hobbies. Who also has a show. JW, if you ever want to share your links, you can always do that. You do your show on Wednesday evenings on YouTube. Now, this next one is something really cool and really special that we usually don't see at our Coin Club meetings. This here is an item that was donated by Greg Berkovitz. He did our talk in the September and October meetings of the Glendale Coin Club. You can go back and watch those. He did presentations on United States paper currency. It goes over the history of all of them. It was 2 presentations of about a half hour each. You definitely need to check those out if you like paper money. And he donated this to the club because he's like, hey, let's get some more paper money in the club. So this here is a $5 note from 1950, Federal Reserve note from Richmond. It's a gutter fold error note graded by PMG, paper money guarantee. And so what that is this paper was folded when it was printed and when it was cut and when the serial number was put in. Because you can see even the serial number is shifted. So there's 3 different levels of printing, he says, when this goes through. And when it went through the printers, all times the paper was folded, and then later it became unfolded. So you're missing the ink, and everything gets shifted after it was unfolded, and the paper is even slightly, just cut around that fold like that. It was kind of weird like that. So it was folded when it ran through the whole process, and these things are worth quite a bit. He says retail, these things go in the $75 to $100 range, sometimes less, sometimes even more, depending on how badly someone needs it or wants it. But this is a really cool thing. Both sides like that. He donated this to the club, so all the proceeds go to our club. Just an amazing piece. We got a bid. Looks like the high bid so far is Robert at 70. Really cool. SoCal comes in at 74. Golden State Hunts, hello, y'all. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I mean, just a certification of these notes is pretty cool and very cool to have that donated to us. Thanks again, Greg Berkovitz, for donating that. And again, you guys definitely need to check out his presentation if you have any interest in paper money, whether you're a beginner or if you're an expert, either way. We had Robert was the first at 75, then Kevin came in at 75, but then SoCal goes right to 81. $81. And you know what? Just so you guys can see it, I know it's hard to see. Let's put this under the scope real quick. I just want you guys to see how that works on this. Not how the scope works. If you need to know how the scope works, you can buy them on Amazon. Let's go to right where. So there's the air. So it was folded when it was cut. And then when it unfolded, you have a little bit of, it looks like it has a little jagged edge there. But it was folded up and it was a nice straight cut. And then you can see all along that line, the printing gets shifted, even at the serial number. So you got part of the 7 on one side of the fold, and then part of it on the other. Same thing with the signatures. Goes all the way down to the bottom. Just really cool. We had Robert go to 82. Kevin Speaks to 85. Kevin Speaks at 85. Folded prior to printing and cutting. And remember, there's a couple different levels of printing. At first, they print the note, and then I think they do the treasury seal and the serial numbers as a separate print. So it was folded through both parts of that. Can you bid? Anyone can bid, Golden State, as long as you are going to honor your bid. It's you got, and it's $5 flat shipping on whatever you win. So 89 to SoCal. Robert goes to 90. SoCal to 93. What's Big Mills? Was Big Mill trying to bid and I can't even read it because he's typing just in big? Oh, he bid 33 early on. Okay. SoCal at $93 in the lead. They run those bills through in big sheets. There should be more of them out there. Oh, that would be really cool, Craig. You're right. Because if the note right on top and below that should also have a similar fold. You're right. At least up until the point it was cut. Then who knows what happens after that. Currency Systems, 94. Kevin Speaks, 95. And then Currency comes in at 96. Kevin Speaks goes right up to 100. And this does have the older version of the treasury seal where there's a little more detail in it. It's like a little bit of a lighter green as well. It's a really cool piece. Currency goes to 101. We do got one more item after this. It's a certified Morgan silver dollar coming up next and last. Currency Systems, I got on my screen first at 101, Robert. You came in just after him. So Currency Systems at 101 is in the lead. And I got to find something fun to give away here at the end, Don. I think I can handle it, don't you think?
Shouldn't be an issue.
Probably not. What do you think? Silver or copper? What should we give away?
Gold.
Now be careful.
Oh, I mean silver.
Silver or copper?
Silver.
You think silver? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a $50 size silver. Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what it's going to be, but
I'm
could
just
be a really
saying.
tiny piece of silver. It could have been a really expensive piece of copper. I don't know. Currency Systems at 101.
You could always give away both.
Nah, I mean, well, I could, but. Ooh, right when I start counting down, Kevin comes right back in at 102. Alfred wants to give away rhodium.
No.
I wouldn't want you to get rhodium. Rhodium is, I don't know. I would not invest in rhodium. Currency Systems at 103. Look at the spread of an ounce of silver when you look at the market, the price between the buy and the sell. Look at the spread on silver, the price between buy and sell. Very narrow spread because it's an actively traded market. Then look at the spread on rhodium. It's probably like $1,000 or several $100s. That means nobody trades it, and as soon as you buy it, you lose a lot of money because when you go to sell it, no one's going to pay you what you buy it.
Yep, that's true.
Currency Systems at 103. I'm going to start counting down again, don't I? You're driving to NYC. It's a long drive, Big Mill, coming up from California.
JW, if you want to come by the coin shop on Monday, we have 2 ounces of palladium just waiting for you.
That there is sold to Currency Systems. Thank you very much for all of your bids, everybody. And thank you very much to Greg Berkovitz. Everybody should thank Greg Berkovitz, not only for doing awesome presentation for us the last 2 months, which you can still watch if you want to learn about currency, but for that donation. That's awesome. Really cool piece. And congrats to Currency Systems on the win. One more item for auction. One more. And this here, lot number 15, let me copy the information in on that. You got your Big Mill. You got your license plate that says jet flying. Are you going to be limo riding, jet flying? How are you going to get to New York? Anyway, this here is an 1887 Morgan silver dollar PCGS MS64 condition, starting at only $1. Starting at only $1. Congratulations again, Currency Systems. Again, just got to send me an email so I get your information, and then I'll send an invoice and we'll get you out that note. Very good. So let's take a look at this. Starting at only $1, face value, but I'm sure it's already bid up quite higher. Yeah, I already see a bid of $50, but nice lustrous Morgan silver dollar. Beautiful piece. And yeah, it's a strong MS64. I mean, there's some little minor hits and marks on the cheek and on Liberty's neck, but it's a nice coin. It wouldn't look out of place in a higher grade holder, in my opinion. It's a nice one. Sometimes you look at them and you know, well, MS63 or MS64 is the highest that's ever going to get, and it's maxed out. This one is nice. I don't see anything that I hate about it. Other than that, we're selling it right now. But it's a Coin Club owned piece. It's not mine anyway. So Big Mill goes right to 65. There's a couple of bids under. Paul Dofton goes to 67. Paul, you were in right before Golden State Hunts. Golden State came in just behind. I got to go by what's on my screen. I know sometimes there's lag when bids come in close like that. Robert Hishmiller is not kidding around. He goes right to $80 and very generous. Thank you for the bid, Robert. Robert's going right to 80. And Golden State says he's out. There again, PCGS MS64, Morgan silver dollar. Boom, boom, boom. $80 to Robert. We're gonna go ahead and start counting that down because that might have done it, Robert. You might have scared everybody else away. You might have just done it. It's sold to you, Robert. Thanks again. Thanks again to everyone who, I got to write the name down just so I don't forget. Thank you again, Robert. Thanks to all bidders of everything and for everybody who supported the club. Thanks to the donors of the various items who donated. Definitely really cool. Give me just a second. I got to find a piece of silver because Don said silver. And we're going to do a giveaway. So hang on. You don't want to leave and miss the giveaway at the end. And again, what did I do? I didn't do 2. I typed in 2. I'll make sure you're Golden Fire. Is that who said I didn't do 2? I don't know. Now I can't find it. Golden State Hunt said I didn't do 2. Here, I'll show it on my screen just so you guys can make sure. I don't know. Maybe it didn't come.
I don't see 2 either.
Really? Okay.
I just see 3-1.
Well, anyway, it's sold. Sorry. And I think you said it was on anyway, but let me share screen here. Here we go. There's my screen. There's me. Ooh, boom. Big Rob up in the channel. There's Rob bidding 80. 3, 2, 1 sold. So I don't know why it wouldn't come in. And
just shows 3-1 here. Yeah.
That's really weird.
I believe you.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you guys all saw that. And there's live chat. 2 is missing. There is no 2. Here, let me type it again. 2. You guys see that? No, I mean, I just want to make sure like there's something wrong. I know the number 88 is banned on YouTube. You can't type the number 88 by itself. It won't show up. It's weird. But there is a 2 now. Okay. I just want to make sure that the 2 didn't break. That's weird that it didn't pop through. Well, anyway, thanks for and look, we get some crazy stuff in the center of the screen there. Let me stop doing that. Okay. I think it's time for a giveaway either way. What do you guys think? And Don said silver. I was going to give away just something smaller, but Don said at least $half size. And we've had some generous stuff. So what I'm going to do, and we had some people donating. So what I'm going to do, this isn't even going to be from the Coin Club inventory. This is just going to be donated by Michael Kittle Rare Coins to the Glendale Coin Club. And let's get Don back off the screen. We don't need him on there. This is going to be donated in. And all we got to do is give away a 2020 Silver Eagle. How about that? So if you want to win a free 2020 Silver Eagle. Now, how we do this, if you're not familiar with how I do it, I'm going to type a word in the chat. It could be a word, a number. It'll be just a few letters. All you got to do is type exactly what I type. Spelling counts 1 time per person. You need to follow the rules. 1 time per person. Okay? Spelling counts. If it's small capital letters, I don't care too much. But 1 time per person. And every single person, there's 83 people watching right now. Every single person is going to have an equal chance of winning. I have dice here, 100-sided die. We'll roll it, and if I got to count down to the 83rd person that put it in, that's what I got to do, and it's going to suck. I hope I roll a low number and someone at the top of the list wins. But everybody will have an equal chance of winning. So if you have a fast connection, slow connection, if you got some big mill-sized fingers and it's tough to type, you'll still have a chance with the people that type first. Don't worry. So the next thing I type in the chat, I'm letting everybody catch up with the lag. SoCal Box Break sent a $3 sticker, going crazy there. Oh, you don't even want to know what I was going to give away if it was copper, but we're not even going to talk about that anymore. 85, 84 people in the chat. Look at this. So remember, the next thing I type in, all you got to do is type it 1 time, and I sure hope I get everybody coming through. We got to go by what's on my screen and my screen alone. I can't do anything else about that. Once per person. I'll skip you, and you won't win if you type more than once, but that's all you got to do. So good luck, everybody. And hopefully YouTube cooperates and I can actually scroll all the way back up to the top of the chat after all you guys put in the word. So good luck, everybody. Good luck now. And there's my dies. So as you guys are all typing that in, hopefully you guys get it right. Oh my God, the chat's flying. Hopefully I can scroll all the way up to the top. If now for some reason I can't go all the way up to the top, we'll do it over until I can see everybody. I don't want to rule anybody out. This side here has 10 spots. So it's 0, 0, 60, 40, 80. This will be the 10 spot. This here's the 1 spot. It just has a single digit. For example, if we roll, that would have been 62. That would have been 008. I hope I rolled something low like that. If we roll 3 zeros, that's just the same as 100. We won't just say the house wins. We'll figure that out. Odd that Google deleted Sussman's answer. Oh, is it like too many people typing? You know what? I'll go ahead and count that and assume it's right. Steve, don't worry about it. You don't have to guess again. And if you did guess again, just for Steve, because I saw that too, Silver Nitrate, that's fine. That's fine. But don't type again, Steve. You're in it. You're in it. And if that spot wins, we're not going to let Google tell you lost. So I'm going to be pretty quick here. I think we gave everybody enough chance. I'm typing stop because I don't want to lose the top of our chat. I'm going to scroll back up to the top. First, I'm going to roll the dice. The winner is number 64. Did we actually even have 64 people enter? I have no idea. But I'm going to quickly count. I'm going to quickly just roughly do this without showing you guys. 10, 11, 12, 15. That's 20. That's 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It looks like we have exactly 60 people. It looks like we had just about 60 people. So I'm going to roll again. I don't think we had 64. That was 94. Might have rolled off the screen. Sorry. 57. I think we do have 57. I think we do have 57. So now I'm going to show on my screen. We will do the countdown. And I guess if for some reason we did have 64, and when we count this, I might have to give away another Silver Eagle because I just screwed myself on that one. But let's just go ahead and share the screen again. Hopefully you guys think this is a fair way to do a giveaway. I think it is. I mean, I know it is. Let's just say that because everyone had an equal chance to get in. Right here is me typing in win. We got to count down 57 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 was Rocky. 11 was Steve. That was deleted by Google. We know he typed it right. We know he knows how to do it. That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 was natural. SoCal didn't do it right, so we skip him. 20 is T Lovett. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 Steel Horses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40 was Joseph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 48 was Nick. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57's Reactor Phil. And you know what? We did have more than 60. Damn it, I got to give away another Silver Eagle now. 64 was before. So 57's Reactor Phil, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 is fill up the board. So I got to give away 2 of these now. Dang it. Okay. That's what I get for not knowing how to count real fast. So reactor fill. Now I'm going to verify in just a second. And then fill up the board. All right. Now I just got to go through real quick. And then right there, down here is where I type stop. So I quickly estimated we only had 60. We really had 66. I screwed up. So 64 was fill up. Reactor fill was 57. I'm going to scroll through real quick to make sure neither of them guessed twice. Because I hope one of them guessed twice so I don't have to give away 2 coins. Sorry, guys. It looks like you guys probably didn't do that, though. There's reactor fill. And then 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 57 and 64 right there. Congratulations, guys. We just gave away 2 Silver Eagles. Thanks. Reactor fill and fill up the board. Congrats. That's what I get. I should have counted the first time. That's what I get. Wow, poor me. So I just donated 2 Silver Eagles to the Glendale Coin Club. That's how that works. So anyway, Don, you got anything else you want to say to the peeps as I go through here and look at the comments? Because math is hard, says JW. Absolutely. Marley said there were 64 plus. Yeah, Marley, I know there were 64 plus. There were 66. I see that now. I do see that. Thank you, Marley and T. I do. Currency Systems sent the 108 PayPal. Awesome, Currency Systems. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get that out to you then. Appreciate that. Mike's giveaways rock. Love the screen inception every time. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Kind of trippy. Absolutely. What else we got going on in here? Yeah, I guess I just gave away 2 Silver Eagles. Awesome. That's great. That's great. All right. Mike, I'm not taking you to the crap tables. Yeah, I don't know how to count. I don't know how to roll I roll big numbers, Richard. Exactly. Very generous. Well, how about this? How about this? Are both people still in the room? Reactor fill and fill at the board. Are you both still here? Please let me know. I got a proposition. I got a proposition for you. Here's the deal. Just counted there are more than 64 guys. Thanks, Silver Nitrate. Thank you. I do see that too. I see that now. I see that now. We do. I have 99. I see 100 on my end, Gringo. But thanks. Thanks for everybody that clicked like. Are both in here still? I didn't see them answer. I don't know. Philip, I know, is still here. Philip's here. Is Reactor Phil here? Well, actually, Philip, it's up to you because what I'm going to do is the first person I rolled 64 on, I'm going to give you a choice. I told Don before, do you want me to give away silver or copper? Now, both of you can have the Silver Eagle because both that's what you want. But Philip, if you want to switch and take the copper that I was going to give away, let me know. Or if you know you want to have the Silver Eagle, that's fine too. But if you want to take the chance to see what the copper was, I'll give you that instead. It's up to you. It's up to you. So
That's
Philip,
rough.
do you take the copper or do you take the sure thing? Do you take the sure thing? Door number 1. I don't know which one's door number 1 or door number 2, but who knows what I could have as the copper coin? I mean, it could just be, and who knows?
Could just be a penny from Great Britain.
Could just be a penny, even, or it could be a cent. What are you going to do, Phil? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Bet it's a slabbed copper cent, says JW. You're going to take the chance, Kittle. So you're taking the unknown, huh? That's what I had. You probably can't even see that, can you? So, Philip, you just got yourself a 1909 VDB Lincoln cent NGC MS63 red brown. And it's actually a really nice example for the grade. Really cool look to it. So there you go. Hopefully you're happy with that. You traded a Silver Eagle for this one right here. Very cool. Actually, we didn't even take a look at this. I didn't even look at it under the scope. Let's take a look. Philip wants to know what the heck he's got here. Look at that like streaky, like kind of toning in the field there. Real cool look. It's got a little spot under the 1909, but that's probably why it's a 63 and not a higher grade. Lots of red in this thing, though. Real cool piece. So hopefully you're not mad at that. There's the VDB down at the bottom. Sweet. All right. Well, that saves me the trouble of having to go dig up another Silver Eagle and getting that out to you. Awesome. Anyway, thanks again for joining us in here. Did Philip say he's happy with that? I don't know. I can't keep JW's like, called it. Yeah, you knew what was up. Philip's happy with it, I'm sure. What's my PayPal? PayPal's the same as my email. I'll type in ! email right there in the chat for you. Someone might have already done that, probably. Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you, Philip. I better write down that you're getting that. 2020 Eagle goes to Reactor, and then 1909 VDB goes to Philip. Perfect. So again, if you want anything, whether it's auction or you want any of the free giveaway, do I have any extra 1909 VDBs for sale? I have some New England. I got some like in grades of 64 and 65, and some red brown, some red. If you're looking for something specific like that, send me an email and I can let you know what I got, or let me know what you're looking for more in particular. But I do have some slab VDBs. So again, let me go bring this back up there. So Don's there too. Thanks. Okay, anyone that won anything for free, anyone that won anything in auction needs to send me an email. And then if you want anything as a giveaway, you need to also send me your address so I can send it out. But I will be sending invoices out for those of you that purchase things. Then once you guys pay those, I'll have your address. You can print a label. Or if you want to pay in some other way than PayPal, then let me know when you email me. So, all right. Anybody else? Silver Nitrate, will you send an invoice after the stream? Yes. Oh, he's saying I will do that. Okay, thanks, Silver Nitrate. Anybody else? Richard Murchania wants to remind you all that he'll be in Vegas at the coin show. He will see you there. There's the information on that again. November 20th through the 22nd at the Palace Station. The only coin club anywhere near California that I'm aware of. When are we going to see some rare Mr. Kittle cat bars? I got to talk to Don Berry, this guy right over here.
Working on it.
He's got to work on that. But we do have some fun Michael Kittle rare coin stuff that we can probably come up like some rounds and some other cool stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Dennis says he was just in Vegas. Nice. Brandon's like, couple laying around. What are you talking about? Nah, I always got 1909 VDVs. I'm addicted to them. I keep buying them all the time. Kittle, you'll take that free pass? Oh, yeah, that is a free pass that they mail me. I think if you go to their website, and their website is right on here somewhere, probably. Anyway, when you look it up, it's CK, right there, ckshows.com, real tiny at the bottom, ckshows.com. I would guess there's a way you can get a free pass on their website. I would hope that there is. You know what I mean? I would hope so. And if not, if you go to that show and you buy something from Richard Mirachanian right there in chat, I'm sure he'll give you your entrance fee back. Richard will do it. He's a good guy. If you go there and you buy something from him, say you saw him on the Glendale Coin Club and Kittle said you'll give me my, what does it cost to get in there? Hope it's not a lot. Otherwise, Richard's going to be real pissed. Anyway, it doesn't say on here because it's a free pass. But I'm sure he'll give you your couple bucks back if you buy something from him. I just got in trouble with Richard. I'm getting a text right now. I'm sure of it. Kittle cat bars. Yeah, I know, Golden Fire. It won't have a cat on it. It'll just be like Kit Kat, I'm sure. That's what I want, at least. Will do. Okay. Boom, more free stuff. Exactly. All right, if anybody else has any other questions, you better do it real quick, or we're out of here. That's pretty much it. Richard says good night to Don and Bob, and good night to everybody here. Again, we'll be back here second Friday of December for another meeting. But in the meantime, definitely check out a bunch of other fun stuff on YouTube. If you missed any of our prior meetings, they are saved up here. You guys can always check those out for sure. Yeah, Kevin, this one says free pass. This is the one to me, but if people don't have this, then I don't know what the admission fee is, but we'll figure it out. Where's the Don? Says Party Pickle. Don's right over here in this screen. He's here.
That's me sitting down in 1849. It's my portrait.
That's SoCal Box Breaks, yeah. He sometimes goes by Don Berry. Thanks, Rocky, for coming in. Muddy Maniacs, Marley and T, everybody, Alfred, even you, even the Canadians. Big Mill, what's going on? Nightbot just reminded us about the gaming stream. I might have to go play some video games last night. If you're not subscribed to Kittle Got Game, you want to hang out and watch us play some video games and we're usually talking about chat. We're not talking about chat. We're usually chatting about coins. Sorry about that. I'm just going 100 miles an hour there. Fall Guys, please, says Alfred. You don't want to play the Kerbal Space
Nope.
Program tonight?
Fall
Don
Guys.
what do you vote for? Kerbal Space Program
Fall
or Fall
Guys.
Guys?
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys has a definitive Fall Guys.
Fall
Didn't even have to
Guys.
think about that. Okay.
No.
Okay. Phil at the board, congratulations on the win. Absolutely. Alfred says join the Discord group. Yeah, if you're not a member of the JW Coins and Hobbies Discord and you're interested in doing so, you get notifications of everybody's streams even before YouTube puts them out. It's really cool. Steve Sussman, thanks. Have a good night too. Caveman. Kittle's sister. Yeah, and definitely thanks to Rod Frechette for putting on that presentation. Very good for Friday the 13th. They do have the free passes on their website, so Richard doesn't have to refund all of you guys. That is awesome. I'm sure Richard's happy about that. Silver Nitrate says, see ya. I don't know what he said. Oh, he said raid. Oh, do we want to raid somebody? Is there someone to raid? Silver Nitrate, if you see someone to raid, let us know and we'll do it. Or JW or anybody, because I can't pull that up right now. I'm just, you guys want to go raid someone and go watch something else after this? Absolutely can do that. You guys all want to watch Fall Guys. Yeah, you guys don't like the space game that I like. Okay, sorry guys. Too bad. I'm still going to play it sometime. I don't care. I do what I want. So, all right. Anyway, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out at the Coin Club. Don, you got anything else to say while Silver Nitrate's putting in links for Sharp Eye for Coins who's streaming?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, thanks again for all the support of the club. Those of you guys, remember, email me. I'll get out invoices. And Silver Nitrate put in a link there. Sharp Eye for Coins. Definitely check that out. JW has a new video out. He put a link to his new video. You guys should check that out too. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.